You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays on Bess 100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279-8473, 279-8473, and 619-1508. 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, Straight Up, Robin Jerry Small.
If you're to feel it, you've got to be clean. You got to make it straight. You can't be lean. Share the joys togetherness can bring. To the true soul, you just have to cling, and then you will feel it, feel it, feel. You'll feel the soul inside of you.
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces.
Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So
Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces.
let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So
Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister.
come along, my brother. Come along, my sister.
Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces.
Let the place look good, my brother.
Come along.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the program for today and for this week. Today is the 25th of October. And I apologize for the absence of the program yesterday, although you get a selection of music for the first nearly 1 hour. Get a selection of music that we always use on this program. Now, this music here we'll just play a while. Beautiful Island by the Folks Brothers. Most people know Carolina. Or Carolina by the Folks Brothers. One of the most, probably the most classical piece of music come out of the popular music of Jamaica. But this was my favorite. I know them from when them music in 1961 or before. I was little youth, them little older than me. And from I hear this music, this was my favorite. More than Carolina. But which beautiful island? Which beautiful island I'm referring to? England is an island. It's not such a beautiful island to us. To us, England is not such a beautiful island. Even though we have bad experiences in Jamaica, we will concede. We will concede that like most of the earth, the scenery of Jamaica is a beautiful place. Now, England now get a prime minister of the month. Get a prime minister of the month of October. There was a prime minister of the month of August. That was Boris Johnson. And you have a prime minister of the month of September. That the lady were named Truss. And you have one now, a prime minister of October, named Richard. When full name again? It slipped me. It's an Indian name, but the first name is an English name, Richard. Richard. Somebody soon remind me what is the last name of the new Prime Minister of England. Swearing this morning, like a few hours ago. Swearing about 6 o'clock this morning, which is 11 o'clock. Minutes before 6 o'clock. He was supposed to come on. Supposed to swearing at the 10th hour. I'm swearing almost at the 11th hour. You know, the 11th hour is a traditional expression that last minute. 11th hour, the phrase 11th hour stands for last minute before 12 complete the circle of the clock. Anyway, I'm swearing this morning. And is the first a non-white. Well, I hear that there have been several high society people in England, from kings and queens to nobility and prime ministers, who have been African blood or Asiatic blood. All over the world that happened, but it not look too plain through, just like the King of England's son. He married somebody with African blood, but her skin is very light. And she not look plainly. You can see it, but she not look plainly black or African, but I'm having the African blood plenty of it. So many times this has happened before. Now anyway, This is the first Prime Minister plainly non-white, non-European, plainly. And not only that, I think it's the first one that don't claim to be a Christian in England, Christian. He is a Hindu, coming from one of the oldest religion in India, where his parents originate from. Parents never come from India to England, you know. Them come from Africa. Africa, them come from, I think, in a Uganda or is Tanzania. I think it's Uganda. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Uganda. Them parents come from and go in England, you know. Him born 1980, I believe. Him born 1980, he is 42 years old. But before 1980, him parents leave Uganda, I believe. A lot of thousands or probably hundreds of thousands of Uganda, Indians who live in Uganda, many of them born there, flee out of Uganda in about them time in the 70s. Because a military general, a general in the Uganda army, take over the country and start to run the country under a dictatorship. And him start to run out most of the Indians and some other nation of people who are there and don't want to take Uganda citizenship. I think that is, somebody correct me and fill me in more. I think that was the main ultimatum or the main choice and challenge that they make to them. Say, take Uganda citizenship or leave Uganda. Because a lot of them make a lot of money in Uganda. Don't take Uganda citizenship and sending out their money outside of the country. And Uganda getting weaker and weaker. So him decides if them don't want to invest them future in Uganda, they must leave. And if them don't want citizenship of Uganda, they must leave. A lot of them left and went to England. He must seen in a very bad way through him do them thing, they very rough and thing. And it is said that he was a very drastic and cruel man where kill a lot of time enemies them, even people who used to be in friend them. Many things I hear about him, and some of them seem to be true to me. Regardless of the fact that him did try to protect Haile Selassie, the Emperor Haile Selassie, when a revolution did overthrow the monarchy in Ethiopia in 1974. Idi Amin did send to the Ethiopian revolutionary government, say, please do not harm Haile Selassie. Send him to me. Me will take him and take care of him for the rest of him time and protect him. But them never agree for give up the restriction with them put on Haile Selassie. Anyway, now there is the first time now and clearly non-white Prime Minister of England, non-English and non-Christian. And all this result, and I've been knowing this, many people have been knowing this a long time, the population of most of these countries is getting more and more mixed because of them use the African people and them use the Asian people. Them use the non-white people to enrich them country. And usually them allow some of them to come in the country and them can pay them less money, so them always taking migrant. Every great country in the world get bigger off a migrant, taking in migrants. All of them try to crush it down. That's why them have color prejudice, you know. That's why them have apartheid. Them want you in there, but them want to separate from them. Them need you in there and them want you in there and them benefit from you being in there. You the non-white, the African, the Asian. They benefit from you being there, but them want to make it clear that you and them is not the same thing. So them practice racial discrimination very strictly. Them not do without you and them can't do without you if them want to get rich. But them make sure so them practice separation and them no want you to breed up with for them population. But it always happen because the people there, some of the people there, especially the female, them always like the black blood. When it run through them body, them feel good. When the black blood and the black hose where pipe the black blood run in them body, them feel so good. And want more blood and more transfusion. Them want all the drip. Them not just want transfusion, them want the drip 24 hours round the clock. That black drip. So the country get darker and darker. Recently, England make a plan now to stop all of the black migrant them and refugee from coming to England, and then make a deal with Rwanda. The same deal that they was making with Jamaica. Say we're going to stop all black refugee from coming to England, and we're going to send them to Jamaica, and we give some money to keep them. Jamaica, through the African people in Jamaica, reject that and say no, give a reparation. Them have to put the same idea to Rwanda, and Rwanda take the idea and become the black prison for England refugee. And Rwanda was not even a colony of England, you know. Remember, England never captured Rwanda, have Rwanda a slave, you know. And yet Rwanda join up. You know why? That's the same reason why England is in trouble now. The trouble that the Conservative Party is in England, why you have so much upset and 3 or 4 prime ministers in a space of 3 prime ministers in a space of 3 months. And less than 3 months, 3 prime ministers in a space of 2 months. 3 prime ministers in a space of 2 months. And 4 or 5 prime ministers in a space of a few years. What is the reason? England decide to pull out of the European community. Because they must part of the European community. Because you know, so when you have some nation forming a community, them always get a strong economy. So them always join up together and form a various community. Well, England decide to pull out of the European community and set up back a new form of British Empire. So if them have them old time prisoner, form some nation and make money for themselves. If them join and have an empire, if them have a community for themselves, then we better off than staying in Europe. So England come out of Europe and form back them own Commonwealth, you know. That's all them are bringing Jamaica and them place in the Commonwealth, you know. To feed off how we like how them and get better feeding than if them was in Europe. And one of the party in England said, make we come out of Europe, and that party lead England out of Europe, named Brexit. In other words, Britain for exit out of Europe. That's what Brexit means. Britain must exit out of Europe and capture back them colony and live off of them colony. So this party, the Conservative Party, were equal to the Labour Party in Jamaica, JLP. Pull England out of Europe and live off of the Commonwealth country them. But living off of the Commonwealth country, it don't suit them so much. It don't suit them so much. We have so much of the Commonwealth people are coming to England. So them know why you're coming there. They must want to live off of you from a distance. Anyway, just as I say, many countries in the world, many of the major racist countries in the world, them is getting blacker and blacker because more and more non-white people filling up them country and mixing in with them white woman. All right, I was going to say something more, but we can take some call because the absence of the program yesterday does mean that people really have a need to call and give their input. Let us get to the telephone. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Morning, Jerry.
5, thank you.
Okay. What is the communication level and the relation level between God and man? And why did man commit sin? God said, if you eat of the fruit, the tree of good and evil shall surely die. And yet still man went to eat the tree of a
No, you talk. No, the question too long. You know, I done the question. It's too long now.
Yeah. So what is the relation between God and man? And why did man eat the fruit that when he shall surely die?
What God mean?
The Creator.
No, that's not what God mean. Because you have many gods.
Yes.
What God mean? Animals and plants were created. Them start to understand that there is a source of creation.
Yes.
But after a while, them start to think of that source of creation as a human.
Yes.
So that is a mistake we make. Thinking of that source of creation as a human and therefore giving that source of creation a name like a human and referring to that source of creation as a male, and thinking of that source of creation as a parent. But you know, parents don't usually come single. Them usually come in a pairs.
Yes.
Parent. So that is a mistake where human being make to make the image of creation in the same image of man, image of human. Bring it down instead of being a source. It become like a human, you know. So that's a mistake human make. All right, thanks here.
Okay, Jerry.
Next call.
Hello.
Yes, we are on the air now. We're taking calls. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome.
I trust you're fit and well and safe.
Thank you very much, yeah, man.
When you hear you yesterday, I heard some other voices.
Unavoidably absent. You heard some other voices when?
Yesterday.
When?
Yesterday.
When? Yesterday?
Oh, in the 10 to 2 period.
I don't think it did. You hear other voices? Were there other voices there? No. I think it's in the morning, early morning period, you heard other voices. You know? I think it was the earlier period they heard other voices, but so what go on? Are you there? Hello? Don't understand we're not hearing Jigsaw no more. Hello, are you there, Jigsaw? Hello, are you there? I hear something. Please call back. We're not hearing it. We're hearing signs like you are there, but not hearing your voice. Yes, there were. Yes, so here we are today, 25th of October, Tuesday. And as I said, in the time that the program was off the air, Britain select a new leader for them ruling party, and the King of Britain swear in a new Prime Minister. But so that by the time we come in this morning, there is a non-white Prime Minister in England for the first time, plain as day. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Bongo, Jerry.
Welcome, what go on, man?
It's been a while, man. I'm here tuning into yourself. What's up?
You're coming in the right time.
Yeah, I'm here and there.
Yeah, because you know, so once you... Come again?
As you know, they have a new Prime Minister in the UK.
Yes, a new Prime Minister and a new colour in the Prime Minister office, new colour.
Yeah. Like I said, the first was in 200 there. A black man take over the throne.
Come again?
First within 200 years, somebody of a different color take that seat.
So 200 years ago, somebody of a different color did take it?
Well, that's what they must say the news by listening what them saying.
No, I don't think them saying is the first within 200 years. I think them saying is the first ever. But them saying is the youngest one in the last...
42 years.
I think them saying is the youngest one in the last 200 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 42 years old now.
Yes. One time you did have a Prime Minister in England, 24, you know. You didn't know?
Okay.
Yes, but
I have to read about the history about that.
Come again?
I would have to read about the history.
Yes, it's easy to find that. His father was a Prime Minister before him, I believe. Named Pitt.
Okay.
Pitt. You know, like toilet.
Yeah.
And then you'd have one of his son come to Prime Minister after him. But I hear say he was a brilliant youth. And him in the government from him about 21. And by the time at 24, just like in England now, them couldn't find nobody who the party would agree to. So them decided to take a chance with that young one. I think he was the youngest. I think he was I heard that he become Prime Minister when he was 24. I hear that. But now I hear them tell me say, this woman Truss is the youngest. No, she was the shortest. She was the shortest one in office, but the youngest one I believe was 20.
45 there.
Yes, but the youngest one was 24 years old from my memory. Pitt the younger, them call him. To distinguish between him and his father. Who else are going?
Yeah, Well, basically, that go on, as you know, the economy crush, so hopefully...
All right, you know why the economy crush?
Because what happened, you know, they come out of the EU from last year.
Them come out of Europe.
Basically...
Yeah, them come out of Europe. Hold on, make it talk slow. People listen to us now. And if you're talking so fast, nobody going to understand. Them come out of Europe, and that means them come out of a strong economic community. So them would have to build something, replace it for the economy stay up. Them never build nothing to replace it fully. That's why them did use Jamaica to help build it up better. So what you say, what else is to make the economy go down?
You know, when the crisis and the war, Ukraine war...
the Ukraine war affecting every economy. And then because Ukraine is one of England's ally, and trading lock up between them and Ukraine, and things are get more expensive, and them themselves have to spend money to support Ukraine war. And then worse now, Boris Johnson then now start mix up the country, and the economy start get worse and worse. This Prime Minister now was the Minister of Finance, you know.
Sure.
Just the other day, you know. And him organize and help them out in the COVID time, you know. And him organize and start giving money in the COVID time, you know.
Sure.
But when Boris Johnson get too nasty, him pull out from Boris Johnson. Him one of them cause Boris Johnson to crash, you know. Because him pull him support from Boris Johnson. And that was the last thing caused Boris Johnson to topple. So all these things are going to make the economy get more. And then now the worst thing up now when the woman are coming with the Liz Truss. She said she are going to stop tax the rich people so much and tax back the poor. So the economy get worse and worse. That the England dollar come down to the same level as the American dollar, you know?
No, that's right, I know.
Yeah, it gone back up to 117 in Jamaica, but it did come right down to 150.
The 160 and every sell it 165 and sell it to Western Union.
Yeah, but in them take out the money. Jamaica government thief out some of the money out of it and Western Union. Them share up some money and take out your money. So all those things are happening one after the other. Cause the whole heap of turmoil and the turning and the overturning. Till now them have to choose one black person gone as Prime Minister. That is just a preview for when one black African turn Prime Minister, you know. You didn't know that?
Just time, Jerry, not now before time.
Then if the King of England's son married one black woman and the King of England have one black grand picnic, you know, she say everything a creep up. It a go on all around the world, you know.
That is so.
Yeah, man. So we just a reason to one another to make other people understand little by little we really are going to hurt that must make we downhearted because Babylon a pop down and them a try resurrect themselves, you know. Them is the richest them have ever been, you know, especially the last 2 years. But you know that the richest time and the biggest growth is the most instability because you get overweight, you get fatter and fatter till you got topple over at the heights of power and at the heights of building topple over, you know. World Trade Center, higher and higher. The higher monkey climb, or the more them exposed to danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But you keep me up to date with a lot of things where you send me all the while. So I'm thankful for that, yes, sir.
Yeah, I just was wondering, I didn't hear from you yesterday, but I was wondering what happened to you.
Yeah, we have to, just like how Britain did have to pause and a straighten out thing. Sometimes we have to pause and straighten out thing. And we don't allow the blackness to come in. Because remember, India for him 4 parents come from, you know. But them come to England, come make him born. But even them parents never born in India, no. Africa them the day, you know that?
Yeah.
Africa them make them money, and when them come to England, they make even more money. And them wife, people of India make even more money. Them a billionaire, you know.
Yeah, I understand. I know. I hear them talking. I know about because even as a prime minister, I'm gonna be one of the richest prime minister right now.
Yeah, probably the richest one ever. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. One of the richest because I have money as a youth. You have money.
Yes, and them would want disqualify him through him to have all United States green card and him not pay no tax on him property and news. Them would want disqualify him now. Eh?
Also, my wife to get a tax waiver. So that was the thing when them do look on and I say.
Yes.
If you was a chance, why your wife have tax? I get tax waiver.
But what you think happens is that I bring some of them want bring him down in a car. Them know say eventually him going reach. It's not the first time. Him they try after it before. No. Them know say him eventually going to reach the top and England going to start get more coloured.
Sorry to say, interject you. Why you say what they when them lose, when them run for it? Him said him think this game be last. Him never know him gonna win because people them love him. So that is it. Because the party vote him and them feel him is the fittest man to do it. So they give him the job.
Yeah.
So hopefully him the better because through him aware the man him was Boris Johnson right hand.
No, hear this now. Him was Boris Johnson Minister of Finance, but I him same one withdraw support from Boris Johnson. No. Is when him withdraw support. Hear this now. Him withdraw support from Boris Johnson and help topple him, you know. And then the woman here win him. In the election, she win him by promising to do certain thing. You remember?
Yeah.
But when she promised, hold on please, sir. When she promised to do certain thing, him want say it going to cause them to topple. Because she have promised to take off the taxes off of the rich. And she win him by making those promises, just like how this government in Jamaica win election by promise say when you elect them, you can sleep with your door open but your throat will cut by morning. They never tell you say your throat will cut by morning. But then tell you say you can't sleep with your door open. So same way now this man did I warn them say, if you put your trust in Elizabeth Trust, your throat going cut by morning. And 2 twos for her throat cut and she come out of the thing. One next woman go run against him because they try to keep out the Indians still now. One next white woman run against him and get 100 vote quick. But afterward now Boris Johnson come in now when him see the woman get 100 vote quick. Boris Johnson come in now and I try to come back in now. And when Boris Johnson come in now, some people decide say boy it work now. The worst thing is for Boris Johnson come in, then decide to throw them weight behind this guy. But little by little the whole country get darker and darker. And you know, say India now. All India in a good relation with this government in England now. But little by little, you might hear the Indians start demand back some of the billions and trillions where England thief from them. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I know that.
All right, through the same Prime Minister. And same way when one black African Prime Minister reach England. Everything I work beautiful. Thank you, sir.
Bless that.
All right. Richard, what name? I can't remember what them say. What them name Richard? I want to take some live chat, but we're going to play a music name. Open the Door, Richard. You have that one there? Open the Door, Richard. You have that one? Louis Jordan. Look feed for me, Richard. Open the door. Because now if Richard now open the door in a way where them never look for. But anyway, the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473. And I ask if the generalship now go on a Jamaica thing. Same like how the Boris Johnson and the Trust generalship are going to England. Generalship are going to Jamaica. You know, here what the government of Jamaica plan to do now. To completely bamboozle the people of Jamaica. Them say them all build statue of Selassie. Jamaica government come with the biggest con move. So them all build statue of Selassie. Tony Jamaican people I'm idiot more. Good morning. Welcome.
One love and a good morning, Jerry.
Welcome.
It's Marva.
Marva, okay, Marva, how you doing, ma'am? Marva Valentine.
Yeah, I'm here. Bless up.
How you doing?
I'm blessed. Giving thanks for life.
Yes, man. The other day I noticed, and I think it's you sent it to me, that a very prominent, probably the most prominent media commentator in America and journalist. What's his name again? What's his name?
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon on CNN?
Yes, CNN.
Don Lemon on CNN, probably the most senior person on CNN as a commentator and probably the most senior, the most prominent African American commentator. I heard him making some calls say Britain should repay reparations to the African people after them rape Africa so much. And he was making some comment that surprised a lot of people because usually him don't come out that way, but it look like you see the death of the Queen and how long she reign and all them way, it bring it home to the most people in the world how much them build up off a way, you know.
Right.
So over the last few months and this year, people get a full understanding. Because history is not very interesting to most everyday people now. But the things that happened this year now, people start to get a good understanding of these things and find out how rich them is and now says we, them thief. So Dan Lemon now get a little up to date and make some comments to them for pay back. And what did happen after I make them comment? What a white woman did say?
Miss Hillary, the commentator, Hillary for the rich, she's a commentator for the British.
Hillary what?
Hillary for the rich. F-O-R-D-W.
F-O-R what?
F-O-R-D-W-I-C-H, for the witch.
For the witch?
Yeah, for the witch. Yeah, like a witch.
Yeah, she's a commentator for the witch. And
for the British.
Yeah, she's a royal commentator.
Yes, she made the statement.
What she made statement about?
She was saying that we need to go back to the beginning of the supply chain of slavery. And
hold on. She heard Don Lemon saying that Britain should pay way back. And she said, instead of Britain paying way back, them should go back to the original supplier who used to supply the slave to Britain. Right?
The supply trade. Go back to the supply trade and see where it started.
Oh, so where she explains that it started?
It started when we, the Africans was, she said that they never went on the land. This naval ship was out there.
Hold on. You have to explain better. How you're talking it, people can't understand what you're explaining. Hold on, please. Hold on. Let us help one another. She said that to find out who should pay reparation, you have to go back to the beginning of the supply chain, a chain of supply.
Right.
So the chain of supply of the African enslaved people, she's saying, is African chief who send African slave out. Not true?
Yes, she was referring to those who round them up and put them out there to be taken or whatever. She's saying that the ship, the naval royal ship, let me tell you, Jerry, she's referring to them getting the money to the people who went to save them, people who was pushing out the slaves. So she's talking about the naval ship, the white man that we got for them. And that's who she's referring to.
All right, here, just remember, all what we're talking, just remember that people listen and them learning. So when you go a little slower, you get them learn 5 times the amount. So now she's saying now, the British Royal slave ship, them never go into the coast of Africa. Them stay way out. Hold on, please, because them are listening to our talk one time and now go get it so clear. When I don't know, you go and continue clarification. So the British ship never go way into the land and take no slave or not take no prisoner. Them stay way out in the sea and the African send out the captive, the prisoner them to them. So therefore the African start it.
Mm-hmm.
And when she go further and explain what she tell Dan Lemon.
She said that the first person who abolished slavery, 2,000 of the British soldiers was they are the ones who.
You're not talking. You're jumbling up something. She said that the first person who abolished the slavery, 2,000 is there, but say no complain on straight. She's saying now that is in. Hold on, please. If the two of we talk one time, the people going confused. But they are learning very much from us, you know. But anyhow, me talk and you talk same time and get confused. So she's saying that the first nation that abolished slavery is England. So instead of a curse England, the world should be praising England.
That's what she's trying to refer to.
You see how she tricky though?
Yes, not agreeing with her at all. Because I was...
No, we're not agreeing. We don't talk what she said before we state how much we don't agree. She explained now that is some British Navy ship on 2,000 soldiers start sail out now and over.
Went to help them, went to help to stop it. That's what she's saying. That they went out there to help and stop them. They are the ones.
No, you're talking too fast. Telling you now. The people is learning from what you're talking too fast. Because these things are exciting tonight because we talk fast.
Yes.
In other words, the British abolished slavery, them say. Mm-hmm. And before them abolish slavery, them abolish the slave trade, the business of going for slave. Them abolish the business of going for slave. And instead of that, now them start sending out ship to stop every ship that come in across the sea with slave and take with the slave off of the ship. So them show you how good and nice them is, not true?
That's what they're trying, yes.
Yeah, man, go and tell them, but talk slow because it's a great thing when you send me that thing there.
Yeah, and what she said is that the money that Don Lemon is saying that reparations should be paid, she thinks it should start first with the 2,000 ships of soldiers that went out there trying to help.
All right, make her clarify something now, please. She's saying that Britain sent out some soldier to help stop the slave trade, and 2,000 out of them soldiers dead in the fight to stop the slave trade. And for them family, the white people in England, where them son dead, stop the slave trade, and them first to get reparation.
That's what she's saying.
You see how tricky, you see how them sit down and think and tricky, and it sound right and convincing to some people, you know.
Wicked, yeah, man. And Don Lemon said nothing.
No, hold on. What do you think happened to him? When she come with an explanation like that, you know, because he was not firm. Remember, in that long time, he defend this, you know. Yes. And people even surprised when him come say it. Say just recently now him come find out say reparation for pain. So him not firm, you know. So when she come back with such a beautiful sounding explanation, him get lick off of him foot, you know. So him just keep quiet, right?
Frightened. Yeah,
him keep quiet and him said to her, I never realized and I never understood. Thank you very much for explaining to me. You see how tricky them is?
Yeah. Very much scary.
So it is quite likely that they did prime him up before, you know, and say, go there, go ask for reparation. Because them using him as a... What you say, ma'am? Mm-hmm. What you said, ma'am?
Somebody did that.
Yes. So probably they planned the whole thing to put him out there that it would get more attention and be more dramatic. Not true?
Yeah. Correct. And because they were saying that Charles now has 42 billion with US 500 million, and then his 1 billion went to his son, Prince William. You know, if money is there, that they could really start doing reparation. That's the reason why he maybe brought it up. Somebody bring him to start asking this woman this question.
Oh, yes. Now I remember.
Yes.
Because when the Queen dead, and that's the next thing that wake up a lot of people in the world. When the Queen dead, them realize how much money she have on her royal family. Right. And even much more than the money that she have. Them realize how much land she still have out there in the place them where she rape, including Jamaica. That is the most richest, more than the 42 billion, you know.
Yes.
So realizing that now and the whole funeral and them thing, them repeating all these things, people like Don Lemon now getting a picture for the first time. Not only how rich them is off of the slave trade, but that them still have the money, and that when she dead now she going to pass on the money to Charles, and they're getting richer and richer.
Yeah.
So that whole thing wake up the people in the world this year to make them know how much profitable the enslavement of our people was. So you're quite right.
The money was passed on even to the little baby named Archie.
Yes, even to the baby. Even to the black baby. Not true?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he got money to 1 billion. Mm-hmm.
All right. So therefore now, not only that, the white woman explained further, say, not only the soul that them will go out there, say them must stop the slave trade, is them first must get reparation, but who should say must pay for them family of England?
You know, Jerry, let me tell you.
No. Please. No. Don't go talk about something else. One thing, and then after you talk about something. One thing I ask you. Hold on, please. Who did she say? She identified some people who must pay off those 2,000 English soldier family from hundreds of years ago. Who she say must pay off their money?
I never hear she say.
All right, well, let me tell you. She says the African them in Africa.
Oh, yes, at the end she said that. Them should pay.
All right, explain to the people who she say must pay off them there.
The Africans, right.
Which Africans?
The ones who put them into slavery.
No, not the ones who put them in slavery. The ones living now. You don't understand me?
Yes, the ones that are alive.
The ones living now and the governments in Africa must pay the reparation, not England.
Yeah.
And they must pay first the white people who went out to stop the slave trade. And when she done with that cook up, when you cook up something and it cook, when she done with that, Dan Lemon was convinced and him apologized for being so fierce.
Correct.
I am so glad that you sent me that thing. I appreciate it so much here, ma'am.
All right.
And this gives us a picture about tricky the Jamaican. Hold on, please. This gives us a picture of how tricky the Jamaican government is, who is them fighting the people and crushing down the people, and yet posing as if them is the heroes solving the people. It's a set of con people trained by England and America who them still working for. And that is why them announced now that they're going to put up a statue of Selassie as the next part of the con game.
Boy.
Well, hear this now. I am saying, and I said it before, Babsy Grange is a member of parliament for Spanish Town. And she is a sinister of government. Don't you know that she's a sinister of government?
They all are.
She's a government sinister. Holness is a prime sinister, and we have a cabinet with various sinisters that look over different things. She's a sinister of culture, sinister of vulture. Well, now, she and the Holness government and the PNP must pull down the statue of them in a Spanish Town before them put up no statue of Selassie. You hear me?
Correct.
All of them run the statue like what Motley doing at Trinidad and what many people do around the world. We pull down. They must pull down the statue of them in a Spanish Town where she helped preserve, and the statue of them in a race course, and the statue of them at Bellevue all around. The white people rape his statue before them put up no statue of Selassie. And it's a con game. It's a graven image them out to put up and say that them and Rasta is close.
Correct.
What they are doing is worse than when Michael Manley gets rod from Selassie for win election. But it's the same kind of tactics them I use. A cultural tactics they identify with the black people and Rasta. They say them is a friend of Rasta, and they are the biggest enemy of Rasta, the JLP.
Correct.
So they are very much like the lady where lecture Dan Lemon and sound right. That's why they brought
school.
Ma'am?
From the same school.
Same school, and that's why they brought the grandson of Selassie here in the timing when they was taking away more and more land from the African people, especially Rasta.
Correct. Jerry, one point I want to make. I was there personally. I got them dungeons.
Where?
In Ghana, Cape Coast, Elmina dungeons. I went in them several times. That's not one time, not two times. And let me tell you something, Jerry. I got some history. It's not all Africans sold their people. I met people who had family who sold, but it's not that. They went in there, they brought guns, they brought liquor, they brought all.
Yeah, they paid them with firearms.
Yes. So what you're talking was crops. It's a lot of crops.
No, I know. We know that. We're only demonstrating how tricky they are and how they divide some of the educated people like Don Lemon to stay away from the struggle.
Yeah, wrong person too.
Well, thank you very much, Marva, for sending me that here, ma'am. 11 o'clock.
All right.
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Bless
Pick up the pieces, please.
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces.
Bess FM 100.5 on your dial. Keep listening.
The Jamaica Fire Brigade JFB is again raising awareness about protective measures people can use to safeguard themselves from fires and other disasters as it observes Fire and Life Safety Awareness Week from October 23 to 29, being held under the theme Preserving the Nation Through Life Safety and Fire Prevention. Persons in the disabled community, their caregivers, as well as the elderly, will be the primary focus of the week's activities.
We would like to use this opportunity to pay greater attention to the needs of those among us that are at greater than normal risk of being negatively impacted by fires. In light of this, the brigade is seeking to engage primarily persons with disabilities in a concerted way across all divisions.
Assistant Commissioner of the JFB, Sean Martin. The week of activities began on Sunday, October 23, with a church service at the Waterloo Apostolic Church in St. Elizabeth. On Monday, October 24, members of the brigade participated in an online seminar with members of the disabled community, geared at better understanding their challenges in emergency situations.
This seminar will increase our awareness of the community as well as improve our interaction with its members, thereby improving the level of service we are able to provide to them.
The JFB will be partnering with the Portmore Self-Help Disability Organization on October 25 to assist persons with disabilities to know what to do in the event of a fire and to identify dangers in their surroundings. On October 26, the JFB will be visiting two entities in Manchester, the Hanbury Children's Home and the Ali Becker Villa Retirement Home.
They have asked us to come in and help them to plan their emergency evacuation exercise and plan. What we'll be doing is going in there and helping them to build that plan, walking them through the stage of how to plan this evacuation exercise, what to do in the event of an emergency, and most important, how to prevent fires.
JFB Public Relations Officer Emilio Ebanks. The service offerings and capability of the JFB will be showcased at an open day in St. James on October 26, where persons can learn about the various divisions and types of emergencies to which the brigade responds.
We invite the public to come in on that day. There'll be blood pressure testing, there'll be blood sugar testing, and general health and wellness of not just our firefighters, but members of the public.
JFB Public Relations Officer Emilio Ebanks. Activities continue on October 27 with training and public education activities at the Lucy Health Center and a senior citizen symposium for nursing homes in Portland on October 28. Also on October 28, members of the JFB will spend the day at the Jamaica National Children's Home and the facility will be renovated. A fire drill will also be conducted with the children and caregivers. Assistant Commissioner Martin notes that the JFB plans to work with various organizations beyond this year's week of activities. Some activities planned include hosting emergency evacuation plan preparation workshops for institutions for vulnerable groups such as children's homes, infirmaries, and places of employment for persons with disabilities. Plans are also underway to train firefighters to communicate with the hearing impaired.
This initiative seeks to formally establish the ability of our members to have dialogue with the hearing impaired in order to impart fire and life safety knowledge to them in a way that is comfortable, effective, and efficient for both parties.
Other activities will include school tours and targeted social and electronic content for persons with disabilities.
Targeted content will be developed and shared with identified vulnerable groups using various types of media. These will include the development of fire and life safety documents in Braille for the blind, social and other electronic media content with specific instructions for the elderly, persons with disabilities, and their caregivers. While these activities will form the basis of our interactions across the island, each division has formulated plans that will also address other needs that have been identified within their respective parishes.
To learn more about and participate in the activities for Fire and Life Safety Awareness Week, visit the JFB's social media pages on Facebook and Instagram at Jamaica Fire Brigade.
a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
You're listening to Bess 100.
What would you do if you found out one of your favorite places to shop was actually a front for a criminal enterprise to move money around? That practice, known as money laundering, is increasingly becoming a challenge for Jamaica through criminal networks and the rise in scamming operations. If not addressed, money laundering and related activities can have negative effects for Jamaican businesses who operate legally on the island, especially when these companies try to do business internationally. Today we go behind the curtain at the company's Office of Jamaica COJ to tell you what you need to know about its Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Terrorism Financing Unit.
Anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism and proliferation of arms financing unit was created to assist Jamaica in complying with the Financial Action Task Force standards as well as that of the European Union. So our laws and our systems that we have in place needed to be further buttressed to prevent certain abuses in terms of money laundering, etc., from taking place.
Acting Chief Executive Officer and Registrar of Companies, Shelley Leon. Ms. Leon says the unit will have several functions, chief of which is the verification of company information, as well as that of its ownership.
We're going to verify that the information on beneficial ownership that comes to us, that it is correct. So that means that in some cases, it will necessitate site visits to examine a company's register of members and beneficial owners so that we can ensure that information that is given to us, it is one, correct, and two, it is up to date.
The unit will collaborate with other government entities and law enforcement agencies as it executes its duties.
By providing information and cooperating with them when they're doing certain investigations, which are in furtherance of also preventing these activities such as money laundering, financing of terrorism, and so on.
The concept of the unit may seem intimidating, but Ms. Leon says the work of the division will provide several benefits to local business owners.
This initiative is really a friend to businesses. The Companies Office of Jamaica, we have been established to really improve the ease of people doing business here in Jamaica and overseas people doing business with us here in Jamaica. At this point in time, there are some difficulties in terms of our people importing, exporting, and in terms of foreigners investing here, because there are some correspondent banking issues which have stemmed from the fact that Jamaica has been grey-listed by FATF and blacklisted by the European Union.
The unit is not yet fully operational, as several required pieces of legislation are to be passed in Parliament. However, there are several things businesses can do to get ready for the unit's implementation.
Businesses, firstly, ensure that they have a register of members and beneficial owners. So make sure that you're retaining that information. It's really more efficient if you get some software that can help you, especially for the larger businesses, that can help you to retain this information. Ensure that you implement systemic checks to see if the information you have is still current. So have automatically generated notices which will go to your members, your beneficial owners, to see if anything has changed.
Another thing companies can do is ensure that they have up-to-date Know Your Customer documentation and information.
So by that, I mean the identification. Do you have proper identification on record? Do you have unique things that can make you know that this person is really who they say they are? So at this point in time, those are some of the proprietary things that businesses can really be doing.
Acting Chief Executive Officer and Registrar of Companies, Shelley Leon. That's it for our look at the Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Terrorism Financing Unit in the Company's Office of Jamaica. For more information, visit their website at orcjamaica.com. I'm Andre Palmer. Thanks for listening.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Make me your radio and turn me up when you feel low. This melody was meant for you. Sing along to my stereo.
Hey, my listening crew. This is your late afternoon companion to Shikalu on your 100 FM dial. Make sure you tune in and turn up every Tuesdays from 5 until 7 p.m. for OTAWTL. That is on the ear with me, yours truly, a program that will leave you inspired, entertained, and informed. With credit giveaways each week. Street Link, where we go in the streets to find out from the people what is hot and what is not, and so much more. And guess what? You can now voice your birthday shout-outs on our WhatsApp line at 876-438-9442, and we'll play them live on air. So what are you waiting for? Turn up Tuesdays from 5 to 7 p.m. right here on Best 100 FM, the station that is sizzling every day.
And love more, 'cause you open up the door.
Live, camera, volume. Live it up Fridays on Best 100 FM. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with I, Ibi Lion, each and every Friday. Giving you the better vibes, heard everywhere.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Lady Lee, the Queen of the South, and I'm inviting you all to trailblaze with me on the best of the best radio station, the Best 100 FM, Mondays through Thursdays, 2 to 5 p.m. You can't afford to miss it on your airwaves. Yes, Trailblaze with Lady Lee right here, Mondays to Thursdays, 2 to 5 p.m. on the best of the best, Best 100 FM. Mwah.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Stranger, get out of here. Stranger, get out of here.
Isachar Music, promoters of clean, uplifting reggae music, presents the single Stranger by Empress Akua, produced by Sangi Davis, distributed by Top Gong International, available on iTunes and all digital platforms. Call 310-559-0448 or email isacharmusic with a Z at gmail.com. Stranger by Empress Akua is on the Isachar Music label.
Brings back memories. Lying here, looking up at the ceiling. You're lying there, sleeping. I reach out to you. You turn and say, I love you. But no, you're only dreaming. This relationship has no meaning. No meaning. No. Time to face reality. You're not the one for me. We're from two different places
just can't fake it. I just can't take it. We got to break it. This relationship, you don't understand me. You say that I act like a child and I'm wild. You don't want me to be free. Free. We meet on the street. We're like strangers. We say hello and go our separate ways. Yes, hey, stranger, get up, get out of here. No one else standing on me like stranger, get up, get out of here. No one else standing on me like stranger, get up, get out of here. Stranger, get up, you're not wanted here. No, lying here, looking up at the ceiling. You're lying there, sleeping.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats. Best FM.
Let us communicate with thee.
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces.
Let a place look good, my brother. Let a place keep clean, my sister. Let a place look good, my brother. Let a place keep clean, my sister. So
come along, my brother. Come along, my sister.
This is a beautiful
Yes, man, beautiful island. And we have pick up the pieces. pick up the pieces, a beautiful island. Not Britain we are talking about now, that island up there with them new king and them black prime minister. Although I'm a conservative, I'm a capitalist and all those things, but little by little, the pieces going pick up. So we're going to go to some live chat, you know. Ricardo Porter say, always give without remembering and always receive without forgetting, coming from Brian Tracy. Ricardo continue, morning, Jerry, shout out across the world. Thank God for life. Bob Cosby says, greetings, my senior brother. Welcome. You show that always keep it straight up like 12 o'clock. Love always here. Live in Jamaica and say, come along, blessing Jerry, pick up the pieces. Clinton Scarlett say, active teach, massive respect. Bob Cosmic say, hear the music from Warwick Isle. Featuring the sound of the trombonist Rico Rodriguez. Yes, man, and the trumpet, I believe, of Johnny Moore. Kian Brown say, greeting and salutation, Bongo Jerry. Welcome all. Denital Basco say, balance and order. Bess FM, universal salutation. Sister D say, grand rising, Ross Bongo Jerry, Bess FM. Give thanks for the eye. Today, one is from London. Flyers say, Rishi Sunak, yeah man, Flyers are sending the name of the Prime Minister, give me. Rishi Sunak, them call him Rishi, and them call him Richard. Rishi sound like an Indian name, but them have an English name, Richard Sunak. Him Sunak, no? I wonder if that it mean. Sunak. Bobby say, he'll go Bongo. Miss you on the program yesterday anyway, give thanks you come again. Bob Cosmic say, Bongo, this Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, Indian parents, was born in Kenya and Tanzania, respectively. Thank you very much for the information. East Africa have a lot of East Indians. Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, many of them, and that's why it come to mind about Idi Amin. I know that the ocean half of that part of Africa is called the Indian Ocean, I believe, yeah? And it's a smooth sailing from India for thousands of years before India and Africa being interacting through that. All right. They were born in Kenya and Tanzania, respectively, said Bob Cosmic parents. They fled East Africa because they didn't want to relinquish their British passport. True. Bob Cosmic said, more love to Sister D. Bobby will say, boy, Bongo, England get what them never want. It's been a long time waiting for this moment. Black in administration. Damien Pollack say, yellow Rasta Jerry. Test for Burhan say, heart of love job people. Toronto Yard say, never heard the program on YouTube yesterday. Hope everything is good, yeah, man. Sister D say, they are in oneness and perfect love. Michael Paddington say, love, family, strength, healing. The Natal Basco says, heal the eye. Damian Pollack, heal Sister Ruben. Living Jamaican say them same much richer than King Charles, over 730 million pounds. But King Charles have billions of pounds. 730 million are rich billionaires, you know. But I don't know which one is richer, but I hear say King Charles get 42 billion plus. You understand? Sister D say, eyes is in abundance. Ken Brown say, welcome, the Natal. Sister D, bless up, brother. Bob Cosmic, Damian Pollack, yellow for people. All cable and service, Toronto and I building. All cable and says L.A. Lewis on the phone. No, that fast talking the porty there. It's not L.A. Lewis. Him kind of talk like L.A. Lewis. I understand why you think so. Live in Jamaica and say, God is good, God is life. Marie Wilson said, man, some of those stories are myths and can be scientifically explained. And that are Marie, you know. Bob Cosmic said, that prime minister that was 24-year-old was Pitt the Younger, yeah, man. Pitt the Younger. Sister D. Rubens said the Conservative members resigned since the new prime minister win. The people of the Conservative Party now are Rishi Sunak. The majority of the country either, them Becks, yeah, but through them know now, so him can probably straighten out the economics. Bob Cosmic say, them go do lally and now them get Delhi Belly and the Bombay Trots. Well, laughing. Murray Wilson said, plus all the stolen crown jewel, that value million, that value plenty more than the 500 million US. Kean Brown says, sister, all the curry houses are booming, laugh out loud. Straight up to morning, Jerry. Can you say anything what is going on with the morning program? Well, the morning program, I heard them say on Thursday that Miss Minette would be away for 16 days. And Percy would be filling in. I heard him this morning. It wasn't long, but I heard him opening with some prayer. Jet Clive said, glad to see you back, Bongo. Didn't get any YouTube yesterday. Bob Cosmic and it's the same club them liquid in our head. And we are not part of them club. Galloway, Kevin Saman and Jerry. Best FM family, just tuning in after a little while. Delroy and Rusem. Greetings, Bongo Jerry. Tuesday blessing. Don't want me yesterday. UK shout out. Sister D say, I east side there. I know the real tour them Bex higher. And Cosmic say, them a bend like spur tree. Sister D say, I no member. Best FM I no member for them club. Never can be. And she said them just so I. Marva Valentine say, one love and blessed deal. Live chat. Thanks very much. Bob Cosmic said, I hear Marva Valentine. I look like him in love too. Sister D, Olipa Love and Lassell Brown say, big up, keep up the great work. Ramen Moore say, a small can ask you about video hearing in Parish Court. You have explained that more. Marva Mills say, blessed Jungle and all the blessed Bongo and all the students of life. Del Ryan said, Jerry, your words have come to pass. I don't care if about color, class, or race. Honestly, you can't keep a good man down. Rishi Sunak is the man for the job. UK shout out. Sister D say, Bongo Jerry, the statue of His Imperial Majesty. Them wicked and too brazen higher. I know say the Prince visitor go badly for the Rastafari community. Shout out about Prince Ermias. Bob Cosmic said we must remember that the Royal African Company was set up by King Charles II. Yes, the slave company set up by the Charles before this Charles, you know. And his brother, the Duke of York, James II, in the year 1616. Nice. Liebert Brooks said, good morning, not here on the radio in Clarendon, Maple, you know, yeah? Del Ryan said, Mr. Small, regardless of color and race, I have 100% confidence that Richard Sunak will do a good job. He knows the mess of his party and the country is in. That is all eyes are on Richie, UK, big up. Bob Cosmic say, good job for the Caucasian and the Indian, but not for the Black African. Uncomfortable fact, but still facts. And him continue, statue of His Imperial Majesty Bongo, we know when fool is in town, general is around. It's a classical case of a 6 foot and 9, them a give it. My Chinese friend said the biggest mistake was showing the Caucasian and the gunpowder. You can't teach them to use it. Bob Cosmic said the oldest firearm maker in the world is a Beretta Company of Villa. I mean, that's still operating. Okay. Sister D said, Delroy and the breast up. But good for you. No, say I know the poor people, not to smile about here. Skeller is a blessed man in Florida and the house. Sister D say, the Chinese friend talk truth. That's what we call facts. Beautiful Island is, Bob Cosmo said, Beautiful Island is where Carlton and the Shoes got the concept for Happy Island. Same intro if you listen carefully. Okay, alright, everyone check it out. Delroy Henry said, I was surprised to see Boris Johnson did have the nerve to get nominated. If Boris was returned to Prime Minister, the world would see Britain as a circus. UK up. You know, so them have nerve, man. Sister D said, Jerry, if him could have sounds, you could have called him, black him would have dead. You mean the Richard, eh? We'll get a little interruption, alright. Dwayne Beckford said, Bongo, please. Blessed love Binky, man. Delroy Henry said, master teacher, we are the masters of our destiny, must be masters of ideas that influence our destiny. Keep up the good work, much appreciated. UK shout out. Andrew said, where were you yesterday? I missed the program. Dwayne Beckford said, Bongo, was Bagger, why a real person? Yes, he was. Bob Cosmic said, Jerry, you turn matchmaker, you expose me and Marva. No, you wear your sleep, your heart on your sleeve, man. Better than wear it below the belt, all the same. Brother Hightower said, Jerry, why do they call the Conservative Party the Tory Party in England? I don't remember what is the name for that, Tory. Somebody can tell us or we can check it out. Andrew said, did you say the wicked police killed a young man in St. Bess when he was in handcuff? Yes. Now that man was very provocative. Him dying for dead and him tell him to shoot them and him do all kind of thing. But they murdered him. Him dying they murder him. They are no different from him. Alright, we have a call there. Good morning, and we'll connect with Albin St. David. Good morning and welcome.
Blessed morning, Bongo Jerry.
Albin, this okay, nice.
Yes.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing wonderful.
Nice, good to hear from you.
Yes, sir.
I hear you have a poetry thing going on. You're going around the schools, or what?
Yes, the veteran dub poet Malachi Dermot Smith from out of Miami.
Yeah, man, Malachi Smith, man, I tell you. From in the early 80s, me aware of him, you know.
Huh?
From in the early 80s, me aware of him, and I always tell people about him, man, from me I drive taxi, man, in the early 80s.
Yes. Yes, and he knows about your works also. He told me about one of the first dub poetry, something about some Marbrock that you wrote.
Marbrock, yeah, man, from the 60s, 67,
yes,
67,
yes.
69.
Great. Well, we did kick off the All Island High School and College Nomadic Tour.
All right.
This morning at the St. Andrew Technical High School.
Yeah.
And we had poets like Curtis, he's a former journalist from The Observer, and Christine, Malachi, and myself, David.
So Malachi did it by phone?
What, the performance?
Yeah.
No, he's here in the island. He just went
into the... You do have him there with you?
He'll be here in a few minutes, so I did really want to speak to him. So,
yeah, man, go on, tell me about it, man. And...
Yeah.
Yeah, man, nice.
Yeah, so we kick off this morning at the St. Andrew Stats High School, you know. So we'll be launching, the launch will be official this evening at the Edna Monday Visual and Arts College.
Launch this evening?
Yeah, at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So the public is invited, but in the schools and so forth, you know, it is mainly for the children.
Yeah, so in other words, the school, you're going to have to do the thing during the school hours, so you do that during the day.
Yeah.
But the launch now for the general public will do it this evening at Edna Manley.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then tomorrow we'll be off, you know. So we're going through a couple of the parishes.
Yes.
Well, like Clarendon, St. Elizabeth, Portland, St. Mary, St. Catherine, and so forth.
Yes. Yeah, man. I'm glad I could have get to bring you in before it finished, because yesterday we were scheduled that you would be the main and first guest there to publicize the whole thing. But yesterday, I have to apologize for my absence yesterday. But at least we are here right at the beginning of it. And so most of the people, who else is it? Who are the females involved?
There is only one sister in terms so far. Her name is Christine. You know, she read a few poems with the children and, you know, engaged.
One name she used? One word name?
Yeah, Christine.
Oh. And you know a lot of those young people there already writing poem and not show nobody. Because most young people start write poetry and song, them not show nobody, you know.
Right, you're so correct, because there's a few of the children read poems for us this morning. It was well received.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah.
Why the talent where people have, especially the people that are shy, you know. when somebody convince them to go out, they go do it, I tell them, man, sometimes tears come, the emotion.
We actually did have to motivate some of the children, you know what I mean? But when they wake up and get it going, it was really powerful.
Unstoppable, once you get them going, man. And infectious. Look here. Almost every youth in Jamaica, even up to old man 40, 45, 50. Almost every youth in Jamaica have some set of lyrics for them to do some dance already, you know. I talk about some topic, of them favorite topic, you know.
Yeah, for real.
And some have all 9, 10, 20, 40, 50, you know. Almost every youth in Jamaica have some lyrical idea. And them dreaming in their mind, so one day them all both. Sometimes them just living in that dream world and never do it, you know. But, you know, Jamaicans, I find, all human beings, but especially Africans, and remarkable Jamaicans, are very capable of using language.
Especially musically.
Yes, man. Because even if you're talking, you know, you can talk in a rhythm that is musical, even though it's in a talking tone. And me, I tell you, man.
Yeah, because most of what is happening within dancehall, if you listen carefully, it's all about poetry and talking tones.
Yes, a talking tone.
Yeah.
I tell you, man, them feel it, man. Why it's so great when you can take up this thing. When people achieve success in other areas, it helps to facilitate them that them can do things, them can do social work in other areas. In other words, you have to be making a living for you to take off a half day and go help people in a social work. So you have to make sure you make 1.5 days food yesterday that you can spend a half day today and you're not hungry. And therefore, a lot of people like yourself, you are also in the development of cannabis products, not true?
Yes, sir.
You are in music recording, you are in poetry, you do many things. And
production and everything, yeah.
Yes, and these things pay for the other things that you feel to do for people voluntarily.
Yeah, because we have realized that the more we do for others is the more we do for self.
Of course. If you produce better behavior, or if you inspire better behavior in other human beings, that'll go smooth the way for you, you know. If you provide security in your community along with other people, the whole of us provide security by nobody now go come try nothing, or if them try something, them get caught quick. That help yourself sleep better. You have better rest, not develop no high blood pressure and no diabetes and them thing there.
And more security around the place.
More security around the place, and people get used to good behavior. You ever see when children get used to good behavior? It's a miraculous thing.
Yeah, they get so comfortable.
Yeah, man.
And this is one of the reasons why we take on this initiative for the schools and the colleges. You know, we see we have to come with more, redouble our effort when it comes to encouraging these children, motivating these children, and so forth. So we know it's a part of our duty to do this because the children are the future, and most of them is coming from broken homes. Most of them are uneducated, and most of them are marginalized. So therefore, we got to remind them, the importance of their education. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of they will be the future representative of our nation in terms of all these occupations.
So by the way,
yeah,
which of your pieces you get a feedback say, boy, it moved the youth and it activate the youth the most easiest?
Well, today, Brother Malachi asked me, to bless the place with one of my, spiritual, I am also the praise poet, so, whenever I come to the praises, I'm already. So therefore, I sung one with the children entitled Take Me As I Am. And you could see how the children lift their voice mightifully on the chorus line. It was awesome today.
You can give us a rendition of a cappella or what?
Yeah, it goes like this. Take me as I am. 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 And then I will quote a psalm with them and take it to the chorus again, and it was well received. Honestly.
Yes. And them joining.
And just to say further, this song is doing well for me because I was in a church service also over the weekend in St. Elizabeth, and when I read this song there, the whole church almost fell in tears.
I tell you, man.
So, excuse me, please. So, here is Brother Malachi, and I wish you speak with him quickly, please.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah.
Morning, sir.
Brother Jerry, greetings, man. I listen to you regular up, sir,
Well, I'm glad to know that. And I think in 1981, I become aware of you, 1981.
Yes, man. And I love how you frame the dialogue and bring certain reality to the people and wake them up consciously to certain realities, I love it. Educational. It's like it's always a university taking place, a class, a university every day when I listen,
But I want to tell you, sir, when I work at Morant Bay, I work at Goodyear, leave 5 o'clock a morning time, done work by 2:30, reach home all 4 o'clock at town. And I get plenty of spare time in the evening, and then now I live near Bellevue. And I think it was Freddie Hicklin or somebody put on something. You remember that?
Yes, man. Dr. Freddie Hicklin. How you mean?
I don't remember if it's Poets in Unity when they did name.
Yes, Poets in Unity. I want to tell you something there. There were a number of DJs on that show.
Yes.
And I remember when one of them manager came and looked on the lineup and saw we were Poets in Unity. They were like, nah, poets not to perform. There's a poets are fool. They for work out. So I look on the person and said, we will make the DJ and work for them money tonight.
All right, yes.
And the late Fraser Bennett said, we don't know who that a Malachi and them not playing up on stage. And we start burn down the place, Jerry. Them to take off the poet, them show up per climax and start not go on yet.
I tell you.
We mash down the place tonight, yes.
Hold on.
Right?
You have a thing named Drop It.
Yeah, man.
Who do that?
Yeah. It was by Tomlin. Drop it.
Tomlin Ellis.
Habit. Nobody try it, cause your hell bend. You say the pressure of fame is too much for the fame and you want a fix. Just the structure and it show every way you want, every day you want it more. I say to let go the junkie bandwagon and drop it. The habit. Nobody try it, cause your hell bend. Cause drugs is your own destruction. Students, Jamaicans, drop it.
May I tell you, say, me have that on a reel-to-reel tape when me record another night, they all some of your one, you know. Reel-to-reel tape for years, you know. That's all my wife. Anytime my wife see me smoke, she knows I want to stop smoking, you know. But it's difficult for me. Every time she see me light up something, you know, I hear she chant all from the kitchen, say, drop it, and she chant.
There you go.
I tell you, man, at that time I live right on Elliston Road near Bellevue, you know, and Icklen and people like yourself do some great work with the people inside of the asylum there and draw them out. A lot of artists and poets inside of Bellevue there, you know.
I know that. Yes, man. Serious thing.
I record one of them that same night there, a trombonist who went into Bellevue with another trombonist, 1956. And that trombonist used to come in and go out regular and was famous.
Yes.
That's a danger, man.
A lot of talent.
But the one who went in there with him 56 never come out back. And I record him play the trombone a night then at something. But tell me one of your poem that you find the young people them gravitate to the most from your start doing.
Right now, I have several. One of the one that I really love to share because I use it as a historical lesson to tell them about the important role and the importance of our tongue, the important role it played during slavery and post-slavery. You know, in that we were able to use it as a disguise mode.
Yes.
How it helped us to survive.
Yes.
And out of that, you have DJing, you have dub poetry, you have rap, you have the gesturing that came before, and the toasters, and all of that. Good Rasta talk, dread talk, all of that came out of that great. You know, so when I do a poem like My Jamaican Tongue, and after I explain that to them, they usually come alive, you know. And
you can do it for me, you know?
Yes, man. It's a My Jamaican Tongue. My Jamaican Tongue too sweet for me to throw it away. When you hear me talk, I play. Like my professor friend who got circumcised. That's your Jamaican tongue to get recognized. My tongue is African, Caribbean, jump talk, flute, pan, percussion, banjo, mentos, ska, rock steady, rasta reggae, politics, sugar cane, sweat, savor, blood, and pain. Blend that with English, Chinese, Syrian, Indian. My tongue is out of many ones. Nah, that's my tongue. Me love it to my heart before some come back home because me in a part. It's too sweet like calypso. Your tongue is ballroom dance, for me a go-go. I don't have to draw out my vowels like a robin shooting his bow. I make my point, my tongue just flows like note from Dan Drum and trombone. I don't envy you for yours, so leave me with my own. You think is everything I say. I want you to understand. My tongue is a disguise, part of my oral tradition. When our ancestors died and couldn't afford to leave legacy, they would wrap up them tongue in a tie and pass it on to it. Stop your rank. Your tongue was derived, and so too is mine. If yours is whiskey, mine is pure wine. Harp, rumba, fire, dance, a goat skin. Your tongue is Her Majesty's, mine a fruition thing. So you can cause your innuendos and aspersion. I don't give a goat foot. Because when you hear me talk, you must always hear Jamaican, Caribbean, African, Miss Low and Master straight up.
I tell you, man, hear me now. You know one thing I admire on a guy, on a brethren and sister. You know, so I never memorize my poetry.
Okay.
I never memorize them, and through that I was never much of a performance poet. Although I have done it. Muta Baruch have a videotape of me in 1987. And Mervyn Morris get me to do some up at the university in 1970.
That's before, after you did Mabrak.
Mabrak. Me write Mabrak 69. But me write a couple sooner or later and some other one. from when I was a teenager in 67.
Okay.
And them always urge me
you know that some poets actually regard Mabrak as the first dub poem.
Well, it used to be recognized as such, but that was 2 years after I did do some even more terrible one. I did one the 69 January. But most of them I did do from in the early 60s when I was a teenager.
Right.
And I want to tell you the first time a writer editorial. I was one of the editors of a big magazine, a big newspaper. And when Dan Drummond died in May 1969, I write an editorial upon Dan Drummond. And a few lines of the editorial rhyme. I never write it for rhyme, but a few lines rhyme.
The magic occur in there, yes.
Yeah, people start reprint it as a poem. And then Dermot Hussey is the first man carry me upon radio, 1969.
Yes.
A memorial program about Dan Drummond, my first time in radio. I'm a chant out some of it, and people say it's a poem, but this is how things going on. But I really admire how most of the guys memorize some long thing. Not only that, memorize even other people thing. When I say drop it, they know. Because I couldn't remember whether it's U.R. Tamlin. All the while, I try to remember it's U.R. Tamlin. As I said, drop it, you just start recite the whole light. And it's not even your work.
We'll only give you one verse, but one of the important things, Jerry, is that by learning the piece, right, it gives you the opportunity to incorporate elements of the oral tradition, the storytelling tradition from the motherland, because you can bring in drama, theater, and other aspects. Or could add movement. So it does all of that when you know the poem. In other words, you can internalize the poem. I have a poem that I wrote. You remember that trial where Shorty, when I try frame Shorty for the murder of Miss Smith, of Diane Smith. I wrote a poem about that piece, and I read it at University of Miami one night. And I was at work. This was 87 when I went to the States. And I was at work on the Metro Rail station downtown Miami, and a white woman come up to me and was bawling and holding on to me. She said, "I saw you read that UM. Oh my God." She said, "Where are you working? You're so awesome." But I was so deep into the poem that it had people tearing up. I went into Colombia, and I was doing "We Tickle, We Giggle," which is a poem I write from your grow up and have a feel like a first girlfriend and a hideout in the back room hide from your parents them. And when I did it, a girl rush out of the audience and hold on for me, and it's
Why I tell you, are you there? Hold on, you break up a while ago. You hear me? Ain't something wrong with the call? Malachi there? Malachi Smith there? Hey, we can't hang up and call him back. Because him break up at a crucial time. Hang up and call him back. Because I'm good at the attack all no say. That's great. A years now we're supposed to link up back with them, man. Malachi Smith, one of the early who still keep going. One of the earliest people in the dub poetry who still keep going from the 70s till now. We have any? We call him back. All right, hear me now. I want to play this piece of music, say. Open the door, Richard, because I want to get them back. Open the door, Richard. I want to play it long time. This guy named Richard, what? What's his name? Richard, what? The new Prime Minister of England. I want to play it. We have it, Richard. Open the door, Richard. Louis Jordan. Let's go.
Open the door, Richard. Open the door and let me in. Open the door, Richard. Richard, why don't you open that door? I met old Zeke standing on the corner the other day. That cat sure was booted with liquid. He was what? He was abnoxicated. He was what? He was inebriated. He was what? Well, he was just plain drunk. Well, all right then.
He sure was salty with the bartender. Bartender's trying to make him buy another drink. Zeke told the bartender, ain't no need of me buying no drinks when everybody else.
Yeah,
Hello?
good morning.
Oh, good morning, Brother Jerry.
Well, go on.
Yeah, just catch up on a little point there about this new Prime Minister of India. I mean, of England.
May I tell you?
Yeah, well, to be quite honest, I used to live in England.
Yeah.
And I know definitely, this is no hearsay, I know definitely that most Indian people, especially those with little status, they don't like to be called black. They rather to be called Indian or Asian. Because when you call them black, they feel it's an insult. Because they only look on black as the African, which they look up and look down on us. So those, they don't like to be called black, I can tell you that. Because if you should ask that guy, who is he, would tell you that he's an Asian or an Indian. He wouldn't say he's black.
All right, hold on there. I don't blame him,
No.
Hold on. I don't blame him because even I, many times from my youth till now, if I use the term black, I also say African before I finish the sentence. Because indeed, we are not to be identified by color, but by where we come from. And we are some of my people, some of our people are the only people in Jamaica and many other places where when you ask a wide array of people where they're from, they will name the place where them come from. When you ask them where they're from, the Chinese person will say him is Chinese, the Indian say him is Indian, European will say him is European or English. And our people mostly don't identify and name the place where they are from, but them say them black. So I don't blame them for saying so neither, but they damn well know that in human racial terms, black usually refer to the dark and non-white people. You have some very light-skinned non-white like Chinese, some Chinese, because you have black Chinese too. Some Chinese, some Arabs, some Jewish people, some Hebrew and so on, who are very light-skinned. But for the non-whites who are not light-skinned, the darker non-whites, which is mostly the Pacific and Indian people and the African people, they know that, but you cannot force that name on them because they are not from anywhere named Black Land. Even my people, we are not from no Black Land, we are from Africa. So I don't blame them. I don't vex with people when them say them not black. But we know that if African is classified as black, we know that many other people, and they know that in England, they are regarded as black. They know that.
Well, like I said, they don't like it themselves.
I know.
The only Asian type people who, with my experience, because I used to live in England, and they didn't really worry about being called black, and it's the one from Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, what you call Ceylon?
Yeah, well, it used to be Ceylon, yeah. Well, they didn't really mind that much, to be quite honest, with my experience with them. But those from India or Pakistan or whatever, they don't like to be called black.
But don't the Sri Lankans are usually darker than most of the Indians?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. But I find out with Sri Lanka, they have sort of different mindset from those people from India.
Yes, I know. And a lot of the people in India itself and in many of those other countries, a lot of them are darker than even the dark African. Because even in Jamaica, there are some Indians in Jamaica who are so dark that just like with Africans, you can make out them features plenty when them put them in a photograph in a glean and them places.
Yeah, that is true.
And all human beings spread out from one part of the world and spread over the rest of the world.
Yeah. But like you say, if that's what they want to be classified as, I willing to go ahead with it. I don't mind. I just know that for a fact that a lot of them don't like to be classified.
Yes, I know. But yes, sir. And they have a right. They have a right to object to be called black too. They have a right to do it. Because people are not really termed properly by the color of them skin, but by where them come from. That's a proper thing.
Yeah. So it's only that really,
But thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, no problem. So thank you very much.
We're going to go back to Louis Jordan,
All right.
Meanwhile, trying to get back Malachi Smith. I must say something.
Open the door, Richard. Open the door and let me in. Open the door, Richard. Richard, why don't you open that door?
I met old Zeke standing on the corner the other day. That cat sure was booted with liquid.
He was what?
He was abnoxicated.
He was what?
He was inebriated.
He was what?
Well, he was just plain drunk.
Well, all right then.
He sure was salty with the bartender. The bartender's trying to make him buy another drink. Zeke told the bartender, ain't no need of me buying no drinks when everybody else is buying them. I'm gonna drink to everybody's health till I ruin my own. Open it down, Richard! Why, he don't know who he's throwing out of that joint. Why, I'll go back in that joint and take a short stick and bust it down to the ground. Open it down, Richard! But
Yes, is it Malachi that?
Yes, man, I'm here.
Yeah, you did start telling me something there, but you were breaking up and never realized it. I'm not trying to remember what it was, where it was that you were at that time.
Yeah, we were talking about how the performance can move people.
Yeah, man.
By virtue of you knowing the piece and you're able to internalize it and applying certain elements of theater and drama to the performance.
Yeah.
I know when you perform, I was telling you about being in Midday, a place in Itago in Colombia, and I was performing with Tickle with Giga. I know this female started bawling and rushed the stage and, held on to me and end up getting some serious TV interviews and things. This is in Colombia,
Yes. And you were doing it in English?
Yes, man. Yes.
And that is a Spanish-speaking country?
Yes, out of that festival, I went Nicaragua, I went Honduras, I went Mexico. Yes, man, I have some serious friends,
That's great.
Yeah, so the whole thing of you, as you say, they'll memorize it, but that's one of the latitude that it affords you when you know the piece.
Yes, man, it becomes a performance,
Yes.
And I want to tell you that your piece, the way you say move people, the children so easily, it reminds me of Grace Jones, my Jamaican guy.
Yes.
She kind of get a little bit rude, but people understand her. But so we have to go for a break. Maybe later we connect back with you. But you'll be in Jamaica for a while?
I'm here until the 11th, so any day you want me to.
All right, tell me something now. When the poetry thing, you got this thing where this nomadic thing, when it done?
It finishes on the 10th. The last thing we're gonna do, the 10th, on the 10th we have a workshop, a writing workshop at UWI Mona in collaboration with the Department of Literature and English.
All right, what day of the week?
Free.
What day of the week?
And it's a Thursday.
All right, hear me now. I have to go now because it's midday. But thank you very much to you.
All right, no problem. We'll talk.
Yeah, man, thank you very much to you and St. David. St. David. Thank you very much. Malachi Smith, that 12 o'clock.
Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC.
Better place look good, my brother. Better place keep clean, my sister.
A difference you can hear. A difference you can feel.
Bess FM. Keep listening.
Good day, I'm Anthony Morgan with JI's Midday News for Tuesday, October 25. Coming up, government welcomes multi-million-dollar investment by Huawei, phased upgrades planned for Greenwich Town sewage site, and agencies under the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce to be repurposed. The news in detail after the break.
Jamaica's only oil refinery, serving our energy needs. Committed to nation building in all our activities. We are Petrogen, fueling this generation. We are Petrogen.
Petrojam. Make the touching the lives of every Jamaican. We said the code we take, the products we make. You can count on us to see you through. We are Petrojam.
Petrojam Limited, celebrating 40 years of serving Jamaica's energy needs.
Now the news. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has hailed Chinese tech giant Huawei for its establishment of a $300 million facility in Jamaica. The company opened its newest office location at 97 Hope Road in Kingston. The complex spans about 9,000 square feet with digital low-carbon solutions and a modern work environment for staff. Addressing the official opening ceremony for the facility recently, Mr. Holness said the project is indicative of the confidence investors have in the Jamaican economy. He added that the company's investments have aided in the digital transformation of Jamaica.
The company provides cutting-edge connectivity technology and has played an essential role in the growth from GSM to UMTS wireless technology and continues to improve Jamaica's data penetration with LTE deployments. The investment will be of benefit to both Jamaica and the region. We welcome this investment and commend Huawei for taking this decision and look forward to their continued growth in Jamaica and in the region.
Huawei has been operating in Jamaica since 2007 and provides indirect ICT jobs for more than 300 persons in Jamaica. Emergency procurement services have started to obtain the resources needed to address the odor-affecting areas surrounding the Greenwich Town sewage site. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Senator Matthew Samuda, who toured the site with a delegation recently, says medium-term actions will start in November. He says a design engineer is to be engaged to configure gravity feed flow from the Soberry inlet chamber to the tanks and to the actual dump location. The design engineer will also retrofit the digester into a cesspool dump bay, primary clarifier, and a pre-biological treatment tank.
We're going to have to do a lot of technical work. Certainly the area entering the space will have to be further paved to keep down the dust, but to also make sure that it's sloped appropriately so that when there are spills, we're able to clean it up much faster and in a way that's sanitary.
Plans are also in place for sensitization sessions with residents in the new year. The 22 agencies of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce are to be redirected to better assist local businesses and firms to expand their operations locally and internationally. Portfolio Minister Senator Auburn Hill says that the agencies will be charged to drive exports and grow the economy.
We intend to help to make all of these agencies repurpose the one that we must to make sure they focus on exports to facilitate tourism, global digital services, BPO, manufacturing, construction, agriculture, agro-processing, all of them. Because unless these entities produce, we don't have a country.
Senator Hill was making his contribution to the State of the Nation debate in the Senate on Friday. Among the agencies under the remit of the ministry are JAMPRO, the Trade Board, JANAC, and the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office. And the Road Safety Unit, RSU, in the Ministry of Transport and Mining is reporting that up to October 24, 367 persons have been killed in 318 fatal collisions on the nation's roads. A breakdown of the data reveals that the groups with the highest number of fatalities were motorcyclists, with 110 fatalities, pedestrians with 72, and private motorcar drivers with 71 fatalities. Further statistics revealed that 85% of the persons killed were males and 15% were females. The main cause of fatalities were deemed to be driving at excessive speeds with no regards to road condition. Director of the RSU, Deidre Hudson Sinclair, is encouraging motorists and motorcyclists to adhere to speed limits, utilize proper protective equipment such as seatbelts and helmets, and to ensure that where passengers are being transported, the same level of safety is practiced. Pedestrians are also being urged to ensure they are vigilant when walking on the road, wear bright-colored clothing at nights, cross at safe places, and wait until vehicles come to a complete stop before stepping out in the road. That was JIS News. I'm Anthony Morgan. A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
A difference you can hear, a difference you can feel.
Bess FM, keep listening.
Hello, I'm Emily Thomas with the BBC News. Britain's new leader, Rishi Sunak, has been appointing new ministers after arriving in Downing Street, promising to restore stability. At least 6 senior cabinet members from the previous short-lived government have stepped down. But some major figures have kept their posts. They include the Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt, brought in 2 weeks ago to calm the financial markets. Suella Braverman, originally appointed by Mr Sunak's predecessor, has returned as Home Secretary. Damien Grammaticus has this assessment.
Mr Sunak has said he's come in, he's going to change things. What we're seeing are old faces.
Yes.
These are all people who have been there for a long time. Again, interesting that he's drawing on that sort of experience. People, some of them are close allies of him. Some, like Suella Braverman, maybe is in there to, because he wants that support from the right. I think that leaves him open at this point to criticism from the opposition, which we may well see that this is not really a change.
The military in Sudan has fired tear gas in an attempt to stop tens of thousands of protesters marching towards the presidential palace. The protests are taking place across the country to mark the first anniversary of a coup that halted a democratic transition. Since the army chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan seized power, there have been near-weekly anti-coup marches. Ukraine has urged citizens who are abroad not to return until spring to help ease the pressure on the severely damaged energy system. Earlier, President Zelensky said Russian missile and drone attacks had destroyed a third of Ukraine's energy sector. Hugo Beshega reports from Kiev.
Do not come back. We need to survive this winter. The appeal by Government Minister Irina Vereshchuk to Ukrainians outside the country gives an indication of how harsh the next months are likely to be. Officials say a third of the energy infrastructure has been destroyed after a series of Russian missile and drone attacks. Repairing the damage will take time and be costly. Addressing a conference earlier on Ukrainian reconstruction, President Zelensky said the help to rebuild the country was needed not tomorrow, but now. Yet, he said, Kyiv had not received a single cent towards a fast recovery plan.
Italy's most right-wing prime minister since the Second World War has used her first address to Parliament to deny that her ideology is extreme. Giorgia Meloni said her government would fight any form of racism, anti-Semitism or discrimination.
Non ho mai provato simpatia o vicinanza nei confronti dei regimi.
I have never felt any sympathy or closeness to anti-democratic regimes, any regimes, fascism included. In the same way, I have always considered the anti-Semitic racial laws of 1938 the lowest point of Italian history, a shame that will taint our people forever.
Italy's first ever female leader also spoke warmly of both NATO and the European Union. BBC News. Reports are coming in from Norway that a man's been arrested, accused of being a Russian spy. The Norwegian state broadcaster NRK says he was working as a university scientist in the northern city of Tromsø, pretending to be from Brazil, and that police want him expelled as a threat to fundamental national interests. Thousands of mourners in the occupied West Bank have marched through the streets of Nablus during funerals held for 5 Palestinians killed in an Israeli raid. 2 of those who died in fierce gun battles with Israeli soldiers were members of a local group calling itself the Den of Lions. Israel says it acted after the killing of a soldier earlier this month. Nabil Abu Rudaynena, a spokesman for the Palestinian president, urged the United States to intervene.
This Israeli escalation is crossing all the red lines with the Palestinians. They have killed 6 people in 12 hours in Nablus, and we urge the American administration to put enough pressure and serious pressure on this Israeli government to stop this escalation.
Britain's Ministry of Defence has been accused of allowing former military pilots to help train the Chinese Air Force. Last week, there was a warning that fighter and helicopter pilots were going to China after retiring from the British Air Force, Army and Navy, and the UK government said measures would be taken to stop this. But the flying school, which recruited the pilots, has now said Britain's Defence Ministry always knew this was happening and had never raised any objections. The Emir of Qatar has condemned what he called misinformation and double standards in international criticism of his country as it prepares to host the Football World Cup. Qatar has been widely censured over its poor treatment of migrant workers and the LGBT community. Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani said the unprecedented criticism amounted to slander. That's the latest world news from the BBC.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Louise Schiavone. With the winter months approaching, the White House is encouraging Americans to get up to date on their COVID-19 shots. NPR's Giles Snyder reports President Biden is set to get his latest booster today.
The booster President Biden is getting is the new bivalent shot, formulated to target the original coronavirus strain, as well as the BA4 and BA5 Omicron subvariants, which are currently circulating. The new booster has been available for weeks. It was authorized in late August. Biden is just now getting his because he tested positive in July and then came down with a rebound case. Experts recommend waiting 90 days following an infection. Before rolling up his sleeve, the president is expected to deliver remarks on vaccines and the pandemic, as the White House warns of the potential for another winter surge in infections. Giles Snyder, NPR News.
Britain's new Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has pledged to fix what he called the country's profound economic crisis. NPR's Frank Langfitt reports Sunak addressed the nation after officially taking office.
Sunak said addressing the huge hole in the government budget would require tough decisions on taxes and spending. Bronwyn Maddox, who runs the London think tank Chatham House, said the mistakes of the previous administration, which tanked the value of the pound, would make that politically easier.
He now has more support for saying we have to be really very conservative. We have to explain where money is coming from that we're going to spend, and that is going to mean some tax rises in some cases and paring back spending in others. And it's a really difficult moment.
Sunak is Britain's third prime minister in less than 2 months. Frank Langfitt, NPR News, London.
In Russian court proceedings today, WNBA star Brittany Griner lost her appeal of a 9-year prison sentence for drug possession. Speaking via a video link during her court proceeding, Griner apologized for the infraction, said she hoped her guilty plea would facilitate a more favorable result, and noted that other offenses far more serious than hers drew far less severe punishment. A White House official called the proceeding a sham. Ash Carter, defense secretary to former President Obama, has died suddenly at the age of 68. His family says the cause was a cardiac event. Carter was at the helm when the Pentagon announced that women would have access to all U.S. military combat positions. He spoke here in December of 2015 with NPR's Tom Bowman.
They'll be allowed to drive tanks, fire mortars, and lead infantry soldiers into combat. They'll be able to serve as Army Rangers and Green Berets, Navy SEALs, Marine Corps Infantry, Air Force parajumpers, and everything else that was previously open only to men.
Carter later headed the Belfer Center for Science and International Affairs at Harvard. The Dow up 259. This is NPR. Post-pandemic demand has softened for delivery giant United Parcel Service, but today it has reported a stronger-than-expected quarterly adjusted profit thanks to higher delivery prices and cost controls. At least 14 people have been killed by a cyclone in Bangladesh. NPR's Lauren Freyer reports the storm made landfall early today and is now weakening.
Local TV shows fishing villages in shambles and residents wading through waist-high floodwaters. Authorities are rushing to distribute clean drinking water. But mass evacuations helped save lives. Bangladesh has sophisticated flood warning systems. Hundreds of thousands of coastal residents sought shelter inland before the eye of the storm hit. At its strongest, Cyclone Sitrang wielded wind gusts of up to 55 miles an hour, destroying already evacuated homes, uprooting trees, and downing phone and power lines. The power minister says it knocked out electricity for some 8 million people. Lauren Freyer, NPR News, Mumbai.
German sportswear company Adidas has severed its partnership with Ye, the rapper formerly known as Kanye West. Ye's anti-Semitic comments in recent weeks have drawn wide condemnation and a trail of business losses for the rapper. Adidas said formally that it, quote, does not tolerate anti-Semitism and any other sort of hate speech. Ye had enjoyed a lucrative sneakers deal with Adidas, whose executives now call his comments unacceptable. I'm Louise Schiavone, NPR News, Washington.
Okay, they're here. 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday! Shortwave, NPR's daily science podcast, is turning 3 on October 15th.
Leading up to it, we're throwing an audio party with new episodes about cake, about laughter,
and about the science that is everywhere for everyone. Join us.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Like me, the way that I should go.
Charm Music, promoters of clean, uplifting reggae music, presents the single Guide Me Jah by Link and Chain, a conscious reggae group feeding the people through message music, distributed by Top Gong International, available on iTunes and all digital platforms. Call 310-559-0448 or email isocharmusic with a Z at gmail.com. Guide Me Jah by Link and Chain is on the Isochar Music label.
Guide me, Jah. You gotta be strong. Hey, so much going on in the world today. Injustice, the suffering, the poverty. Temptation will come your way. It's not easy. You got to be strong and increase your faith. The system will cause you to lose your place. Let Jah be your guide, cause it's not easy. Jah, we need you now more than ever. All the forces of evil growing stronger and stronger. So guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. Lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. Lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Jah, you are the captain, the pilot, the leader. You're at the wheel, the navigator. So guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. And lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. And lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Ooh, we love, shooby-dooby-doo-day. Ooh, we love, shooby-dooby-doo-day. Jah, we need you now more than ever. All the forces of evil growing stronger and stronger. And guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. And lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Jah, you are the captain, the pilot, the leader. You're at the wheel, the navigator. So guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. And lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. And lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. And lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. And lift me up.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Better place look good, my brother. look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. 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 Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Come along, my sister. Come along. Come along. Come along, my sister. Come along, my Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. 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 Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Come along, come along, come along, come Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my 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 brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the
This is a beautiful
Welcome back to the program. Here now, we're into the second half of the program. Here we are on this 25th day of October, 25th of October. I have some live chat to catch up with, but at the same time, let's go straight to the phone call if we are ready. Good afternoon.
Yes,
ready?
Jerry, what do I say?
Welcome.
Pick up yourself, man.
All one.
Still around looking out of two eyes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, first thing first, that gentleman that seems to have had the last in that incoming Prime Minister in England.
Yes, yes, man.
Because the lady that defeated him 40 days ago, he has now become a replacement.
Yes, because she never suitable because I think they favored her because she would have preserved the white world there. Not only that, other thing, but she would have preserved the white world. But she know her policy. She never have no solution. She more get England in more trouble because she want to take off tax off of the rich. I remember the Conservative Party always had favor the rich, but them know it would be so bad and it would be disaster, and the party themselves reject it.
No, of all the three women who became prime ministers in England, I think Thatcher, Miss May, and she. I think Thatcher outshone them by far.
Yeah, that's why she dominated for so long, and she became probably the most prominent leader in the world over a period of maybe 10.
Yeah, man. I think this guy from Russia, he was the general secretary of the Communist Party, then he became president. Was he Leonid Brezhnev?
Not Gorbachev. Brezhnev you talk or Gorbachev?
Brezhnev, I'm talking now.
Yeah, Brezhnev was in touch at time. Hold on, man. Me answer. Yes, Brezhnev was in touch at time, and she helped set the rug for pull from underneath him and the Soviet.
Yeah, and him dub her as the Iron Lady.
Yeah.
But interestingly, when Brezhnev died in office as the president of the Soviet Union, the person who took over from him died shortly after,
Yeltsin. Yeltsin.
Right?
What's the name? Yeltsin?
I forgot his name now, but him died quick time after Brezhnev in office.
Yeah, the whole time of them.
Mikhail Gorbachev come in, I ain't saying that until that must 2 months ago him passed on 90 odd years.
90 odd, yeah.
But on Lionel Richie again, him serenade Mrs. Thatcher by singing 3 times a lady.
Yes.
But when we go back and look at Russia and the war, Mr. Jerry, Mr. Small, is a bluff thing going on between Mr. Putin and Vladimir Putin and Mr. Biden?
I don't think it's no bluff.
Going on,
Come again?
I think it's a bluff is going on the part of Mr. Vladimir Putin. That's the president name in Russia now.
You think Putin a bluff?
Pardon me?
You think Putin is bluffing?
Yeah, he's bluffing at Mr. Gentleman for using the word a possible regime change in Russia. So if Mr. Biden, I think 2 undersecretaries from both countries met sometime last week. You heard of it?
Yeah.
But highly unlikely that I think Putin gonna meet with Biden because I think he's still insulted. He felt insulted by the possible regime change remark, despite the fact that Mr. Biden claimed to have withdrawn it.
Hold on. You think that because him feel insulted, him going to meet with him?
That's why I say the bluffing.
No, hold on. Just answer me. You think that because him feel insulted, him going to meet with him?
Him won't meet with him.
Oh, the opposite.
No, that's what I meant all along, Mr. Small.
Yeah, but you say it the other way.
Anyway, you know what? You soon start go below the waist, But Mrs. Holness, no.
Not below your waist. Not below your waist.
Mrs. Holness, no. At Sunday at the divisional conference, when she was trained job at the PNP, right? So as to do what now? She was trained job at the PNP, right? As so the supporter them catch them kicks at party conferences and meetings.
What job she was showing at the PNP?
Job, man. Now then show them word when they wanted that.
Yes, what job?
And Gully Bank at PNP leave there.
Yeah, what job she was showing at the PNP?
Not true word, man. You know, true word.
No, tell me which job. What job was it? You don't want to talk about what it was. What was it?
No, she was talking about where the PNP then live and Gully. Anyway, it's Gully Bank.
No, but that is just one thing. She went, that is just one little slogan. She went further and talked about what?
But yesterday morning, and nationwide, right?
Hello. I'm just talking to you. If you're not going to respond to me, we're not going to have a conversation. I said she went further.
All right, you're a short circuit, man.
She went further. She went further than talk about Gold Bank. She went further and demonstrate certain thing about the PNP. What was it?
There, Mr. Small, Jesus tell it people who they want stone the prostitute. Anybody there when I know sin cause the first stone. Mrs. Wallace and her party.
No, what was it that she went further and demonstrate? What was it that you went further and demonstrated?
All right, Mr. Small, may I hang up here?
All right, you better hang up. You better hang up. You probably go hang yourself. Because you know that she exposed that how much the PNP Operation Pride was corrupt, just like the JLP. The corruption for decades. Operation Pride, a whole heap of robbery, and development in a riverbed in a St. Thomas. You don't want to talk about it. But you want to use this program to be an anti-JLP platform for you. This program is not any platform for either the JLP or the PNP or any existing political party. But you don't want to go in it. You're not going to be able to use me that way. That's why I say I soon go below the belt. I'm not going to allow you not to discuss. What was it she show you up? And it hurt. That's why it mash your car. That's why you run gone to. And gone hang yourself. Political suicide. We have no more call? Well, the fact is this, that the number. What's that? You have a call? Good morning. Yes. Good afternoon and welcome. Not available for use. This program is not user-friendly. Any more call? Good afternoon. Not there? All right. The numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473.
Good afternoon,
And as the PNP start to rob out the National Housing Trust too. Good afternoon, welcome.
Yes, Mr. Small, good afternoon.
Oh, go on.
I tried calling yesterday, but like nobody was in program today.
No.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Small, regarding to the British no elect representative, right?
No, he is now Prime Minister.
He's now Prime Minister.
I'm swearing since morning.
Okay, so at the end of his term, he's gonna what? Them say information going around saying that he's gonna wait a minute. He they don't call it now. Him put himself in that position there because him owe them an obligation.
You're not
Because
talking, look here, you're not talking plain that people can understand what you're saying.
All right. Go again. Mr. Smart, you remember the 18, I don't know if you're familiar with the 1858 British Raj?
British what?
R-A-J.
Yeah, British Raj, it mean regime. Or it mean a government and rulership over India, what them call the British Raj. When Britain invade India, rape them and sit down on top of them and rape out the whole of the wealth out of India. Yeah, British Raj.
Okay. Yes, sir. Them said media going around say him sign a contract with them.
With who? Contract with who?
With the British government.
Yeah, that what?
Yes, sir. Them say after him term up, him a earn him a go do a 10-year community service, something like that, and him supposed to receive 15,000 pounds. I must say a month or something like that.
What you call community service?
You know, community service where you go out and you clean up.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying. You're talking about the pension when him going to get after him is not Prime Minister.
After him left office.
Yeah, the pension. In office there now, him getting about 160,000 pounds a year.
Yeah.
And when him retire, him will get about 2/3 of that. Over 100,000 pounds a year. What that worry you?
A little bit because you say it's a recruitment strategy. So I don't know.
What you mean recruitment strategy?
That means the British can recruit military force from India. I don't know if you're aware of it, sir. So,
no, you mix up. You're not talking plain. You hear something, but probably you don't understand it. If I know what it is you're trying to talk about, I'll try to explain. But I don't know. You mix up some more.
Mr. Smalls, I said to you that the British government, the reason why they appoint this person to be a British Prime Minister is because they want to use the India military force to get involved in the Putin strategy.
All right, you're up now. You hear something, but you don't really understand what you hear. But what I heard, I don't hear much more than you, probably hear less than you, but I heard that recently some great agreement being made between the British government and the Indian government and the Indian government. And because of that, it's going to benefit England greatly. But I don't remember what it is, and you don't really understand neither. That's why you're not making it more clear. I will try catch up and find out what it is, some agreement between and you will try find out, and other people try find out, and all of us will help one another understand more.
All right. One thing I want you looking at is this 1619 in Crippus. You know Crippus attacks?
Crispus Attucks.
No. CRIPUS.
Crispus Attucks.
Yes, sir.
What happened to Crispus Attucks?
No, I'm just asking you if you're familiar with that name there.
You tell me what you're talking about, Crispus Attucks.
No, I only know him as a black revolutionist.
Yes, and what you know about him?
More.
What you know about him?
That's what me want to know. If you know anything about him, then I could have find more.
No, all right, here we know. Go in the American history and look up about Crispus Attucks as a black man who did play some role in a I think it's later than 1600 or something. Later than that.
1619.
I don't believe it's so early.
Okay.
But you go and check it out.
All right, thank you, Chef Mal. I'm blessed up here.
Thank you very much. You have any more calls?
All right.
All right, next call. Good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Samal. How you doing?
Go on.
Yeah, I'm here, man. Missed the program yesterday, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know, program is a thing where we look for.
Since I'm here about over 2.5 years now.
Alright. I see a little video yesterday, you know, me there work and them show me one video, you know?
Yeah.
The police murdering a young man in St. Elizabeth, you know?
Did they actually hold on, did they actually show the shooting before the video finished?
Yeah, man, I saw it on the video. I was very shocked to know that.
Alright, hold on. No, before you go into the shock. Did they show the shooting that killed the man or the video finished before the shooting?
No, I see the shooting where them shoot the youth in my heart and my chest.
Alright, how many shots them game?
Eh?
How many shots them game?
Wait, repeat what you say.
How many shots they gave him?
I saw the video once. I think maybe about 3 or 4 shots, something like that.
Alright, now. Sure, tell me at the beginning of the video, what is the first scene that you saw?
What I saw, a short guy. He's not tall as me or you. A short, little young guy.
How you know same shot?
Because I saw it on the video and he's kind of brown.
No, I'm not talking about him brown. How you know that he's short? What is it that make you know that him short?
Him stature, based on him height.
No, I say what make you know that him short? You have to tell me something that make you know that him short.
I saw the video.
No, seeing the video cannot tell you if a man short. You have to compare a man with something else to know if him short. What is it that make you know that him short?
The officers that were around him.
Oh, so the officers were much taller than him?
Yes.
But maybe the officers them were 6 foot, pure 6 foot officers, or 6'6", because I have several 6'6" officers. But you judge them short, all right, and I'm brown. All right, what else is after that?
Yes, all right. First of all, police, you know, they are trained professionals. They are trained to deal with.
All right, let us not discuss the training. Just tell me what you saw first, and then afterward we discuss the training.
All right. First of all, they handcuff the guy wrong. First of all, they should disable him by putting the handcuff behind his back.
All right. At the beginning of the video, was he handcuffed?
Basically, when I saw the video, he was handcuffed. Yes, in front of him.
Hold on, hear this now. Just want to answer yes or no. Right at the beginning of the video, was he already handcuffed at the beginning of the video?
What I saw, yes.
All right,
was
good.
Handcuffed.
And he was handcuffed with him hand way, behind him or in front of him?
He was handcuffed in front.
In front,
so
okay. And then what?
When you're handcuffed, they are trained to handcuff.
No, don't bother going to training. Please, I'm asking you to just go by what I say. Don't go in on a training now. Tell me what you saw. He was handcuffed in front and then what?
There was a tussle with him and the officers. So
How many officers? How many officers?
I think there was about 2 that I saw.
2. All right. So 2 of them are holding him one time. And others were around, right?
I didn't see anyone else. I see about 2 officers in the video. So,
2. All right. And what else? And after after them handcuff him in front of him and him tussling, what else they say?
Repeat?
After them handcuff him in front of him and two of them are tussling him, what is the next thing happen?
Me just see like a tussle and somebody in the background say like them I said, BJS, somebody I said go with him like some people were stand by there, family members or what. And then
no, say go with him. What is about go with him?
Like some of his people in the community was telling the young man to just easy and go with the police then. And then
all right.
Yes. And then me hear some gunshot. Bam, bam, bam.
No, hold on. What you described to me, listen, what you described to me sound like something that lasts about 15 seconds. But it was what I saw is longer than that.
Me not check the time, but it was for a little while, you know.
No, it could be anything like 15 seconds. It's longer than that. So a lot of other things happen that you don't describe. You know that?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, let me. I don't watch it thoroughly yet, you know. But let me help. See if you can describe it some more. I saw. What's that?
I would say these police officers, they are too trigger.
I am not discussing about what them do right or wrong. We're discussing the video first, because we cannot properly discuss the video. We cannot properly discuss their behavior and whether them do it right unless we discuss the video first properly. And I think that you leave out something out of the video. Hear this now.
Yeah.
I saw at a stage where him handcuffed together and a police officer foot gone between him hand and on the ground. You saw that?
Yes, it's something like that. Yeah.
All right. So therefore, after them handcuff him in front of him body, them and him tussling and him refusing to cooperate, and in order to subdue him, the police officer apparently, when them throw him down, push him foot down between him two and that time now him now go get for maneuver and a tussle with the police. I saw that. And then in the meantime when that happened, I heard people appealing to him, say, go on with him and stop get trouble. Not just go on with him and stop get trouble. Because them going to kill you if you not stop get trouble. I heard him cussing the police and tell them to go and suck some people. Did you hear that?
Yeah, man, me hear that.
So all them things go on, describe them things, That means it's a good while of tussling a go on. And after him talk that and say him willing for anything happen to him, all that talking was going on. And them still a tussle with him and other police is around, standing guard and watching the people them to see if the people them are going to intervene.
Yeah,
after that now, them a put him into the car. It appear like them start put him in the car, not true?
Yes.
How I don't hear describing about them putting him in the car?
Yeah, we were in the process of talking about it.
No, you wasn't in the process. Hold on. I'm not trying to beat you down, I'm not trying to beat you down. Hold on, man. What do I go talk one time?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to beat you down, but I only watch it one time and I don't watch it all night. But if you leave out things like that, people not going to get a picture of what's going on properly. So they was trying to put him into the car, him still give them a whole heap of trouble. And him even not talk, say him willing for anything happen to him. No, after that, I never watched till them shoot him. After that, no. Them shoot him because them describing, people describing, but I'm not seeing it actually. Them describe him trying to disarm the police before him get handcuffed. And them describe him trying to disarm police even when them are going to the car. No, that is what give them an excuse now. Because them decide from before so them will kill him, Do you understand? Do you understand that them decide from before that them going to kill him?
Yeah, that's what I believe. Them decide so them will kill him.
And everybody there knew that. The onlookers know, the police know, and him know, and him talk about it, same know. And him still get trouble, so they make it easier for them kill him. Now they could have shoot him somewhere else and make him stop struggling. You know that?
Yeah. Well, you know.
No, hold on. I'm not going to jump all over the place. Not going to jump all over the place. They decided before them go and kill him because Harris Chang authorized them to kill him and Wholeness authorized them to kill him.
He said shoot to kill. Harris Chang said he must shoot.
Hold on. You're quite right. Them say shoot to kill when you have a criminal and a criminal is putting your life in danger. Shoot to kill. Now him is attempting to disarm them. So him is really dangerous. Now, although him is attempting to disarm them and is dangerous, they were easily in a position to immobilize him. You know what immobilize mean?
Yeah, they could immobilize to make him unable to move freely. Right?
Immobilize mean that you make somebody unable to move. They were easily in a position to immobilize him that him can't even twist again. But they already get authority to kill him, and they know that Harris Chang is going to congratulate him. They know that Wholeness is going to congratulate them. They know that Desmond McKenzie is going to congratulate them. And they know that the Commissioner of Police and also the Superintendent and all of the other people and a lot of the society is going to congratulate them.
Yes, because as to them, he's a wanted man and the case closed. We kill a wanted
No, not only wanted man. Not only wanted man. He is giving them trouble, plenty trouble. And it apparently has killed more than one person before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but you know, like me say, the police, remember the man don't have a weapon, you know. So what they could have done is immobilize him by handcuffing behind him back and two big police, a little short guy. You don't have to kill the guy and you shoot him in the heart. That means them shoot him in the heart deliberately to kill him, murder him. And a man who don't have a weapon, you understand?
No, but somebody who do have a weapon but is trying to take your weapon from you is dangerous. So you don't have to stress upon the fact that him do have a weapon. He's trying to take them weapon from him and he's dangerous. But they are quite in a position to stop him from doing it. Them overwhelm him. They have outnumbered him and them overwhelm him, but them plan to kill him. So them plan to allow him. Just like how you have bullfight. They set up bullfight to kill bull. And they set up a bullfight in an arena. And him can't get to it. If him even kill the bullfighter, him can't get to it. After him kill the bullfighter, them kill him. So now, the fact of it is that Wholeness, Harris Chang, and all of them authorize him not only to kill them, not only to kill him, they authorize them to kill squatters also. You know that?
Yeah, man.
Yes, and Wholeness, when he was sending the people to go destroy the house and kill squatters, he set up the whole thing and he made a speech before preparing the society that if you hear somebody get killed out there, don't sorry for them because they are criminals.
Yeah, man, that's true.
And after him set up, he send what equipment did he send out there to attack the squatters? What equipment did he send out there?
Him send bulldozer, him send the army, and
No. Equipment me I talk about. What him send bulldozer and what else?
Bulldozer and truck and them something there.
Alright. Bulldozer, truck, front end loader. Right?
Yes.
And what else him send apart from those three pieces of equipment?
Him send the soldier and the police, and he make sure make a speech in a parliament that.
No, we're not talking about speech. I'm not talking about speech. I'm asking you what else him send. Him send soldier and him send police. And did he send soldier and police with a high-powered weapon?
Yes.
Yes, he did. And he prepared the public, telling us there's criminal out there. And you know that anytime them use the word criminal, when them sending out people and them use the word criminal, they are sending them to kill. Yes. If the opportunity arises. Hear me now, hear me good. If the opportunity arises where you can kill some of them, kill them. Criminal, when you use the word criminal.
Yes, and you give warning, you know, you say anybody try to stop the army and the police to deal with them.
Yes.
You know?
And the day after he used the word criminal about 11 times after him are justified. And when him see the reaction of the public hating him for this, that is when him start try come down and go out there and go on like him a friend of people. Only when he felt out, because these people test, you know. They test at every inch along the way. And when them see them in a trouble, just like Boris Johnson, them cool off and try come a different way and try to repaint themselves. They stink.
That is why, that's why I look at myself. I have a family member who was in the force once. I look at myself and I say, I couldn't really join the police force because I don't see no uptown or no quality, no MP son in the police force. I be poor people fitting to join the police force. And then
you have a few uptown people join the police force, but you have several educated people who now reach uptown. Them people wasn't uptown, but them now reach uptown. You have hundreds of that in the force.
Yeah.
I have to go. Call me back. I have to go.
Yeah, man, cool. Yeah.
What our next caller? Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Jerry.
Welcome.
I think we don't come off here, man, because
It's about half the year.
Half the year yesterday, I couldn't pick up anything.
Where's the tree program? Which tree program?
The morning program, your program, and the lady. All I heard was...
What is the lady? What is the lady?
The one will come on 2 o'clock.
Oh, you never hear her yesterday?
No, so it was
but
the
lie,
tree
don't
program.
miss Lee. Don't miss Lee was here yesterday. I think she was here. No, I'm not sure, but I think she was here.
All I heard was music playing. She was not here.
All right.
So I thought something went wrong, like government step in and try to stop on the front talk.
The government. Yeah. All right. The government can. The government can muffle a radio station, but how they would do it? The two of we are intelligent people and we know how to use language. How the government would stop a radio station? Because government can stop a radio station from broadcasting. How they would do it usually?
I don't really have a positive idea.
All right. Okay. Usually, they send out some warning, and then after them send out the warning, they try to demonstrate or claim that you still a violate, and them use the broadcasting commission, and they would send people in to give orders to stop broadcast, and most likely they would send armed people with arms with them to do it, to protect whoever coming to get the orders. And also, if you get in trouble, to try hurt you or damage the building or damage equipment. Yes.
So.
All right. Well, now, with our experience, it's not wise to jump and think that. You have an idea why I said that?
No.
Have you ever seen that done in Jamaica?
I heard of it happen like when the lady that run the morning program with her business that she tried to bring in the phone company, what they did with her.
I'm asking you, we are talking about radio and radio station. You heard of her being stopped in broadcasting?
Yeah, they went to the...
No, hold on. If you're saying yes, just stop there. You heard of her being stopped from broadcasting?
No.
Hold on. Stop there now. So the answer is no. You did not hear of her being stopped from broadcasting. What you heard of her being stopped from doing?
Having a license to run her business.
That is a completely different thing. A communication license in telephone business. Completely different thing.
Oh.
So therefore you have never really experienced a radio station being locked down in Jamaica, have you?
No.
All right, since you have never heard of that, it wouldn't be wise for you if you hear tree program, don't come on your favorite radio station to think that is government coming there and do it, because if you never have it in the experience of it being done before, you should wait for some indication or some evidence or you get some information. Anybody call you and tell us that the radio station was locked by government?
No.
It's not wise to jump to those conclusions. It is better if you get if you get information in that direction. But to just make your imagination run wild, you will not be well guided. You know?
And with the squatters, there was a helicopter sent down there too.
Yes, all right. That is even more equipment. That's more equipment and more expense. Millions of dollars the helicopter costs for sending them down there.
Yeah. There was a helicopter hovering over above.
Yes, okay. And all that helped to create excitement. Not only helicopter, but several unmanned aircraft. You know, unmanned aircraft?
Yeah, yes.
What that is?
The one that will fly over above. And like when they use and take the picture of them in the Grand Gala thing where them keep.
Yes, and you call it unmanned because nobody's up in it flying it. They're flying from remote.
Yeah.
So they go to all of that to create drama, and it costs us the public more, but they don't care about that because we the public them are subdue. You know what they're trying to do is beat you down and get you submissive. They want a submissive nation that they can rape, like when a man go rape a woman if she not get trouble. Most rapists give them 2 big lick just in case for show them so not get no trouble. You know? And most time the rapists not like how them scream out. So most time him give them all 2 licking in them mouth and say no make no nice. You know? I'm gonna cut your throat. Him threaten that. Even in incest in family member molest little girl or little boy. They threaten them life before, you know. Or sometimes even the father threaten the daughter, you know. Don't make no sound, you know, we cut your throat. And then we do it too.
Yeah.
So that is the government with the bulldozing and the squatter. But yesterday, what you heard here now, that silence of the program, them, it wouldn't be wise for you to have a habit of jumping to conclusion like that. It's better to wait. That's why even me, I have to retrain myself, you know, to wait and wait and wait before I talk about certain things. Because it's always better to wait and get more information, more knowledge, more than just use your emotion alone. So because we're supposed to grow, you know, we're supposed to grow.
Yeah. Yes. Even though we're older, we still grow.
Yes, sir. And I agree with you that this government is very sinister, you know. So they are all that what you are talking about, they are capable of doing it. And they're probably planning to do it in the future, but they feel their way along. Feel their way along.
You know, Jerry, the other thing we want to talk about is I have about a cousin. It's about a third cousin or a second cousin from down here. She went in the army. She was a young girl.
Yeah.
And she passed her test, whatever, and she went in the army, and she didn't spend like 3 months.
Yeah.
She came out, and I was wondering why. She
Yeah.
came out of the army.
Yeah.
And now I heard some news flying around what is going on up there.
What you hear is going on up there?
Some abused female, like them abuse the female them up there.
Them abuse the female up there. You read it or you hear it on the news?
I heard it on the news.
All right, what you heard? Tell me what you heard.
It wasn't a long news. It just
Don't tell me the length. Don't tell me the length of it. Don't tell me the length of it. Just tell me what you hear.
All I catch was they were being abused.
They were being abused by dogs, by dogs or by what?
Male soldiers.
Oh, male soldier. And you heard about more than one male soldier doing it?
I'm not sure if it was more than one.
Then why you say soldiers?
No, I said soldier.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
The S come on, and you put the S on there.
It didn't come on. You said it. You said it. Maybe you never hold it back. But you said it.
Maybe.
All right, well, hear this now. Hear this now. The latest sound is about one soldier. And so far is 16 female soldiers accusing them of sexually abusing them up to the point of rape and worse things.
Yeah.
Now, is the first you hear of that in the army?
No, I heard of it before.
Not the first. And what did we hear the previous time?
It's a good while, you know. I don't remember. Could be about 3 years ago.
And what did you hear? What did you hear?
Jerry, actually, I don't remember because I don't keep everything in my
All right, you want me to remind you what I remember?
Yes.
I heard that some officers in the army have a habit for years now, decades, to corner women up in the army there and rape them. Now, one of the methods of rape was used by one of the officers, and this was not top senior officer. I hear that this latest one is a top senior officer. This was not top senior officer. This is one of the middle officers, younger ones. He caught a male soldier in a car with a female soldier making love. And when he caught them there, he was able to threaten them and get an opportunity to abuse the woman, feeling that they wouldn't talk because he could have arrested them. And I think he probably was a military police. And this happened more than one time. And afterwards, I heard of more than one soldier at that level doing that. And afterwards, approaching female soldiers who them never catching in a compromising position till it became a well-known thing that them a feed off of them. You remember? You remember more when I tell you that now?
Yeah.
All right. And the first time I heard of this lady who is now head of the army. You know the lady who is now head of the army?
Yeah, but I don't remember her name.
All right, she named Rear Admiral Antoinette Weems Gorman.
Yeah.
And she was head of the Coast Guard before. Head of the so-called Navy, the boat them in the army, right?
Yeah.
And after that, when this guy, Rocky Mead, leave, then make her head of the whole army. Well, at the occasion a few years ago, when we started to hear about the rape and the sex ring that some officers up there going on with. Not only that, one of the soldiers was charged and was supposed to be tried by some senior officers, and the trial never looked like it go fair at all. It looked like them more protect them one another like what usually happen. A whole heap of things. But the first time I heard of this lady was during that time. I think she started to either represent some of the female them or she did do something to protect them. I think that is how I heard of her first. Now, this is typical of government organizations in a country that is run by a party like the JLP and the PNP. They abuse the people so much and they steal so much government property that everybody down the line and around the course know that they can do it and get away because that is how the leadership is behaving. And after a while, the female them, especially the private them, you know, private?
Yeah.
Who is a private?
Like the soldier was just like a corporal then.
No, corporal is not private. Corporal is different from private.
So who is the private? The
private is the lowest rank.
Right, that's what I thought. The corporal was the lowest rank.
No. Corporal is above. Then you don't know that corporal above constable. Constable is the lowest rank of police. You don't know that corporal is above.
Yeah, corporal have stripe. Yeah.
Yes, corporal is not the lowest rank.
Station.
All right. Well,
have one stripe.
Yes. Well, the female private them is even lower than the male private in the army.
Yeah.
Because the female private now become the property of the males. When you have a country as corrupt as Jamaica, even the female private in the army become the property of the males. And I don't know if you ever hear me describe how I get to understand that slavery began amongst human beings. You ever hear when me describe how slavery start amongst human beings?
I can't recall.
Well, slavery as I know it start among human beings when males start to enslave the females of their own family. Or did you know that in primitive societies and in early days, the females in most societies was the property of the males of their own family?
Yes.
And that is why up to now, females are sold. When males out of other family want a wife and identify a wife and identify a young woman in that family, they go to that family and say to the males, we would like to get that female for one of our sons. What you want for her? Don't you know that still take place?
Yeah.
All right, so that is how the females get enslaved, and that is how slavery come into human being. by enslaving the females first, and males thought that that was right, Even sons of a mother would think that it's all right for them father enslave them mother, And them trade them when the time come and get whole heap of cow, whole heap of land. Even rich people do that. Haile Selassie wife, you hear me?
Yes.
Haile Selassie wife, when she was a young woman, she was sold, although her family was rich and have some of the most land in Ethiopia, she was sold to other families to marry. And this is a disgrace. That's why Haile Selassie come try to change those things and him take her and married after she was married 3 times before. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I heard you talk about
it. Yeah, she was married from she was 10 years old, even though her parents rich. And by the time she's 11, she had the first baby. And they married her 2 more times after that. And it's after that Haile Selassie now was 19-year-old and she was 20-year-old, and him decided to marry her, although they married her off many times and she had many children. So even rich people doing that right up to today. So now the army now, the woman private. You could have said the woman sex organ, or you could have said the woman private. Is now the property that the male soldiers decide to thief, like how every part of government in Jamaica, government workers thief the people's goods because the leadership of the country, the leadership of the PNP and the JLP thief the people's goods, and therefore right down to the police and private male is taking the female them as property, government property. All right, thank you very much, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. We have any more call? Next call. Good afternoon. Welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome to the program. Not there? Well, we have some live chat. I want to catch up with some live chat, We have another call? All right, let's get the call. Good afternoon. Welcome. We have some live chat. I want to catch up with some live chat. Welcome.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
It's Tom Swagwan.
And good afternoon to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was here from morning, but...
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I agree with you about those fake statues.
The fake statue,
down.
yes. Yeah, the statue of the wicked. The statue of Babylon must come down before them talk about them building a statue of Selassie. Because there's a set of damn hypocrite, including the MP there, who is the sinister of culture, sinister of vulture. She have a whole heap of statue, in the most famous statues in Jamaica. It's in our constituency. And there's a statue of the wicked murderers of Britain. And they must come down before she talk about, because she's a general, building up statue of Selassie for confuse the population of Jamaica.
Yeah. So, we don't want there to mix up His Majesty with those.
No, we don't want them mix up. Hey, you're quite right, ma'am. Sorry for interrupt you.
Those culprits,
And that's what they want to do, mix Haile Selassie with that, so that them can mix themselves. They are trying to mix with Haile Selassie. Them, those nasty vultures, want to mix with Haile Selassie.
So true. So, David Ruffin have a song. We don't want a statue of a fool. We want a statue that name after His Majesty or the good people,
Yes.
So David Ruffin have a song, a statue of a fool.
All right. Look, we can see if we find that one. Statue of a Fool by David Ruffin. All right. That sounds very appropriate. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, and just another little point. The lady Lee, she who come after you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she was there later on, maybe about an hour after in the program.
Okay, nice.
Yes, I heard her.
Yes, ma'am, but I don't think Santa Cruz did listen the whole time. Sometimes me myself, monitoring a program, but I don't monitor the whole time, and because of that, I miss things and assume that assume wrongly, you know. It's not a sin, you know. It's not a sin, but it is a danger.
So,
it's a danger.
Sometimes you have to.
What is it, ma'am?
Sometimes you have to doing other little things. And
Yes. You get distracted for a while. Yes.
Yes. So anyway, I'm listening.
Thank you very much. Here, ma'am.
All right.
Have any more calls?
Okay.
Yeah? We do? All right, we're going to go to the live chat, you know. Live chat. All right, live chat. Bob Cosmic said, police are trained professionals. Oh, boy. Police are trained professionals to handle these situations. First, they must handcuff the guy. They handcuff the guy wrong. He should be handcuffed behind his back. Why shoot the man at his heart? That's murder. They were ordered and encouraged to do it, and they will be rewarded. They're not only ordered, they are encouraged, and they will be rewarded. Because this is the kind of rotten government that you have, and they will get worse. They're out to get worse. Rotten, and they're shameless. Have no shame. Remember, you know, these are people who are a Siaga student, them, you know. You know, say he's a top murderer. All right. Next one. Ras Maisha say, every black man is a star is birthed in Jamaican youths. And as you stated, Africans on a whole. Seko Fagan say QL. I don't know what that means. New Life say greetings. I have a few short poems that want some improvement. All right, Carla, make we hear them then, man. But maybe you must copyright them first because people copy them and take them in. Bob Cosmic say, I have that recording from RJR, the Requiem for Don Drummer. What? You have it, Bob Cosmic? I need to get it back, you know, because I think I lose it, you know, from 1969. The first time my voice come on radio. Bob Cosmic say, I have that recording from RJR, Requiem for Don Drummer. Yeah, it was done by Dermot Ossie. All up we there, Tommy McCook, Prince Buster. All up we in there, musician, writer, all kind of people, producer. Khadija T say Rishi Sunak is the name of the new Prime Minister. Thank you very much. I soon get used to the name, Sunak. Bob Cosmin says Sri Lanka people are darker, but even them not like to be called black. In India, there's a tribe called Siddhi, and their origin is from Africa. Baba call. Let's get back to the phone. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sloan.
Welcome.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Okay. The Roy Black show. I don't even 3 weeks now.
Roy Black. I think it's 2 weeks now that Roy Black is off the air.
They're not coming back?
I'm not sure, but I doubt it.
Oh, yeah. I like that show, man.
Yeah, he has done some good work over the years on different stations.
Yeah, he used to be on
Talk up a little louder, please. Yeah.
No, I said he used to work on Class FM.
KLAS, yes, KLAS. But they were bought out and they mostly dealing with some church business, you know?
Okay. But we really missed that show this thing.
Yeah, I get that, yeah. But I hear that Malawi. I hear that Albert Malawi, a long-time Jalov selector and a recording artist himself, is now on the program, is now on the station on Friday evenings, I think, from 4 to 6. I believe it's 4 to 6. And Malawi do a similar thing, you know, old-time music and explaining about the music and the industry.
Oh, so they come on 4 to 6?
Yes, Friday evening. Friday evening, I believe. Or Saturday evening. I think it's Friday evening.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Have any more call? Next one. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, big brother.
Wagwan.
They are watch the world a turn, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Watch the world a turn. Liz Truss, Elizabeth Ty.
Elizabeth what?
Elizabeth Ty. Liz Truss.
Oh yeah, Liz Truss. Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, trust. The word trust mean to tie up something tight.
Yeah, man. The tie get bust. Couldn't hold. I know we have Mr. Son A.K. So
what?
No, man.
Son
A.K. His surname is spelled S-U-N-A-K.
Yeah, him Son Ak. Probably him Son Ak, maybe.
Yes, it would be nice.
I heard him talk something about unity being the most important thing right now. So
yeah, he's talking about his party, the Conservative Party, because if they don't unite soon, they will have to keep an election and the Labour Rights will be able to beat them, just like, will be able to beat them. Well, the Labour Rights, the Labour Party in England is like the PNP in Jamaica, not doing so well and not likely to beat this party unless this party get in trouble. So it is that the PNP now not uniting at all, not dealing with the old time PNP values, and that's why wholeness is getting for sale on through until the people them produce something that will run with both wholeness and the PNP.
Yes. Well, the things are going on. I think an elder based in the United States.
What in the United States? Hold on. What in the United States?
An elder.
What happened to the elder?
A wise man. He was being spoken to last night on a channel on YouTube. And his name is Elman Alan L. Comes from Jamaica. Based in the United States.
Yeah, what he was talking about?
He was talking about the things that are going on and what has happened to him. And he was giving a testimony. And
things going on where about what?
Well, in the world, politically.
All right, what him say? What him talk about? What him say?
Well, he's talking about the spiritual aspect of it and the energy, what is growing in the planet in regards to bringing certain powers to bear to what's the word?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I make it plain. If I talk plain, I make people get idea what you're talking about.
No, well, he's explaining all the things going on.
I don't even know which things I'm explaining. Car race, motor car race, cricket, or climate tower. You know, tell me you have no idea what you're talking about.
Corruption.
Oh, corruption. Okay.
And the cleansing that is coming.
Cleansing.
The cleansing has to come, because if the cleansing can't come, humanity can't.
Cleanse what? Cleanse what?
Cleanse the corruption. Get rid of the
No. Corruption can't cleanse. You move corruption. You can't cleanse corruption.
Well, no, young man.
No, you can't cleanse corruption. You move the corruption.
Yes,
and then you cleanse the thing where you want to cleanse. But corruption can't cleanse.
Well, there's things in our nature that move corruption, Jerry.
Yeah, move it. I said move it and not cleanse it.
Yes. That's that corrected. Yeah, I talked to Mama B about the fish fry. We're supposed to go on Thursday.
All right, when you talk now, the public listen to you and they want to know what you're talking about. They don't know what is Mama B, and they might not know what is fish fry. You're talking about the Peacemakers Foundation having a fundraising event in Clarendon. I think it is on Thursday.
Yes.
Fundraising to resurrect the compound out there. A lot of facilities and a lot of buildings and a lot of great equipment out at 19 miles in
Really?
Clarendon.
And the family need to come together around this compound.
Which family? We don't know. We don't just start vague with people don't know where you're talking about. Which family?
All right, sorry.
Which family?
We're presumptuous. The freedom fighting family.
No, that is vague. No, maybe talk about which freedom fighting family.
Well, Rastafari, the Pan-African.
Oh, yeah, man. Now people kind of get idea where you're talking. Yeah, man. No. Yes, man. Go ahead,
Yes, sir. Because as far as we understand, is an organization of pure Baalhead, and they were calling Rastafari. So,
hold on. What is Baalhead?
Well, family with trim.
What?
Family with trim. Family
that trim. And then now you're contrasting people who trim with Rastafari. Then you don't have no Rastafari with trim.
Well, I tell you, I say them are Rastafari.
No, but you contrast Baalhead with Rastafari like what all the people do. You contrast like it's two different set of people.
Yeah, my fault.
Don't your head ball, sir? Your head no ball.
Yes.
Then you are not a Rastafari because your head ball, you are not a Rastafari. It's these idiot things that I drive away now. All these idiot things I drive away. I don't mind when what Ermaya say now. That not trouble me. What Jeremiah say? When not enough people are get vexed about what Jeremiah say. That not trouble me. Hold on there. What would have more trouble me is the fact that Jeremiah is allowing himself to be used. But him saying that people must separate myth from fact, that not trouble me. But when him go mix up himself now with labor right and make them use him, that more troubling, but I still don't make it worry me too much. But when I hear people that talk about bald as against Rasta,
yes.
Tell me something now. You have plenty of Rastafari who come them here. Thousands, millions. You have millions of Rastafari who come them here. Millions of Rastafari.
Millions. Soldiers all over the planet.
Is it true that there are millions of Rastafari who come them here?
Yes, sir.
Is it true that there are millions of Rastafari who cut off them here and trim them here and shave off them beard?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's why when I hear people I look down upon people who trim them here or trim them beard. I look down upon people who are bald. I know that them feel themselves to be superior. So anybody who feel themselves to be superior to other human being is a damn idiot. And any set of Rastafari who glorify dreadlocks, saying that it is a higher thing than not having on dreadlocks, is a damn ass.
Don't have to dread to be
No, they are a jackass with a lion in a lion skin. They only put in on the dreadlocks like as a lion mane to make people respect them. You know that some jackass was saying that them not get no respect. So they wait until a lion die and them take off the mane and put over them the jackass. If you glorify that you as a dreadlock is higher, or because you don't eat meat you're higher than anybody, or because you don't sleep with your wife when she's in her period you're higher than anybody, you're a jackass. But I don't really talk about these things unless it come up, because I don't really want to hurt nobody. And I don't want, a man have a right not to a man have a right not to eat meat. A man have a right don't to sleep with his wife or lay down with his wife when she has her period. Him have that right, so I don't really want to criticize that. But if you see yourself higher than people because you do that time you're a jackass when you see yourself higher. You know? But I don't want to criticize people for them different practices. Because I don't have no right to criticize people for them different practices. What I have a right to do is if I see that people see themselves superior because of these practices, I have a right to point out that them is a jackass. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
And I know say you're a head ball, but the other day I see a woman go crazy over you and I beg you to take photograph. Eliza? Eh?
No.
And she just take photograph till her camera buck. I want till a piece of camera start all stand up. She have a piece of camera start long out. You never see a piece of camera start long out after she take a picture?
Yes.
And your head ball. And it turn around. You know say ball it turn on a lot of woman.
Them say we have money.
No only money, man. Them say you have honey. On the tip of the ball head. I want to show a ball head. Them love more anything than no love.
Want the ball head for sure.
Yes, man. I'm telling you, it's like out of Bob Marley Beach. I see a woman get crazy everywhere there. You know what I'm talking? Well, yeah. All right. Well, then,
Yes. We have.
Me now boost up no more. All right. Cool.
No, we'll give thanks, but I'm not really about boost. We energy have to work together, you know, Jerry. And
yeah, but me and no man with energy now work together.
We have to.
No, me will work same time, but not together. I could left off of that. Thank you very much. Yes, sir?
Yes, I love and light. And Jerry, the family, come forward, yeah, man. Give this family a strength. They might hold the fort a long time.
Which family? All the way they talk and you not tell
19
people.
19 miles.
Oh.
The Peacemakers Association.
Yes, man. Peace. Then I know me, I'll give them strength, man. Me, I talk. Yeah, man. That's true, man. It's true. It's true.
The foundation did it. All we have to do is...
Yeah, man. 19 mile. Clarendon Peacemakers Foundation. Doing some... They're determined. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. We have any more call? Any more call? Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah, Jerry.
Welcome.
Jerry.
Welcome.
Yeah, man. Dunkirk.
Wow, go on, man. Good while. A good while.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey, may I watch a little thing with the police and the the gentleman.
The police murder. No, I wouldn't call him. It's foolishness to call that guy a gentleman. We don't have to butter it up. All right, not because them kill him in murder. Them commit murder. We're not gonna really pretend like him is not a gentleman. That's not a gentleman.
I don't want to discuss the killing.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify to most the people them, make them know under the Human Rights Council there is a thing that we call the kill zone. There is a kill zone in law enforcement.
Yes.
A kill zone. It is in colored. I don't know if you can go on the website and see it. It is in it is a graph where it shows coming from blue to red to orange.
Oh.
Blue and the graph it shows you that in blue, when a police officer approach a person and use the word freeze.
Yes.
Freeze, like, and you're under arrest.
Yes.
Even if the person continue to run, a police officer is trained and supposed to train to run down that person until him put on the person.
Until him is able to hold the person.
Yeah. After him hold the person.
Or the person surrender by stopping.
Yeah.
And put him hand away from him body.
Yeah, put it behind him. Once the police cannot put the person on behind him, the police should not handcuff him. Because even with an animal, even with your animal in your yard, if you have a bad dog and you never put harness on him yet, like a rope or a chain, if you are going to handcuff that person there first, the dog is going to resist the rope or the chain, even a regular cow or a bull. So I'm speaking to animal.
Yes.
Animal.
Yes.
So if you are going to harness the dog, the thing you'll have to have is a muzzle to put over the dog mouth.
Yeah, that is if you mean hold on. That is if you mean the dog well. Or if you mean dogs or if you mean dogs generally well.
Yeah. So that is in blue. So if you are going to allow the person to have whatever you put on him, a rope or a chain or anything, the first thing is to subdue the person by putting their hand behind them. That is in the blue. If the person is resisting arrest, no, we're gone in the red now. The red require. The red is where the officer law is now under threat. Because the person is resisting arrest by force. That still don't give the officer, the law enforcer, the right to shoot the person and kill. But the officer have the right to protect himself. Anytime it go in at the red zone and the person is resisting arrest, whether he's on the ground or standing, that is in the red now. So the officer have all the right to protect himself and his fellow officer. So it is obvious that thing on the TV was only in the red because the person did under handcuff. So the person should be subdued by getting a shot either in the foot, anywhere from the knee down.
Yes. Look here. In other words, you can subdue somebody you can subdue somebody by hurting them critical. I don't mean a little scratch or a little cut. Hurting them critically in one of them limbs. That means hold on, please. Hold on, please, sir. Allow me to talk. I listen to you when you're talking. Allow me a little, please. I don't want our people to be confused trying to hear two at one time. You can subdue that person by hurting them critically in them limbs and not in them trunk. The trunk of the main. Hold on, please, sir. The trunk is the main part of them body, not in them trunk or in them head. And they know they can do that. Matter of fact, them have stun gun and them have the other thing. What the thing with them spray again? What name?
Pepper spray.
Them have pepper spray there with them, you know.
Yeah.
And them have stun gun there with them, you know. But they went to murder him because Holness and Chang and others, Desmond Mackenzie and many others, are encouraging them to do that, to take the attention off of the wicked things with them, Holness and Chang and the other prime suspect, the PM, the prime suspect, take them on, take off the attention off of themselves, yeah.
But Jerry, pertaining to even the limb, you know, there is a special part of the limb that the police should not shoot the person. The upper part of the thigh. The police should not shoot the person in the upper part of the thigh, above the knee, because enough people don't know that above the knee there is a special where you call it vein.
Blood vessel. Blood vessel. Large blood vessel.
A blood vessel is up there where if you shoot the person can die in less than a minute.
Yes, because the
vessel is ruptured.
Yes.
So the person should get subdued from the ankle to the knee.
Yes, no, from the toe to the knee.
Yeah, from the toe. So that is the international.
And not only that.
Officer.
Somebody who is handcuffed. And two officers hold him. And several more officers around that not holding him, but them have them lethal weapon. They don't even have to use a gunshot to subdue.
If you cannot subdue the person, you cannot. You cannot approach the person.
Hello. You never allow me to finish. You never allow me to finish saying what I'm saying now. I am saying that with two people holding that man, even if he is wrestling with them, and there's others, I mean, he have on handcuff, and there are others there with high-powered weapon, they don't even have to shoot him to subdue him. They can use shock, electric shock. They can use pepper spray. They could have pepper spray him a long time and get him out.
Proper training.
Anyway, I want to go to something else now. The JLP is using diversion tactics, and they bring Haile Selassie grandson here at a time when them want to violate Outer Bull Bay Beach and many other places. And at the same time them do it, them arrange with Selassie grandson, so them go and build statue of Selassie. You hear about it?
Yeah, man.
All right, you know what they're doing? You know what image them trying to build?
Yeah, I know them a try build a image where Rastafari supposed to be the vanguard of the nation. So them a try to oppress and subdue Rasta.
Yes, they try. All right, same way. Instead of kill Rasta, them want to subdue Rasta. You are quite right.
Jerry.
They want to subdue Rasta, and they're using them brain very much. One of the main reasons they want to subdue Rasta, they saw how effective. Would you allow me? I ask you a question, but I don't talk. They saw how effective Michael Manley used up Selassie image. And
Rasta.
What?
And Rasta too.
Yeah, Michael Manley used up Selassie image and Rasta image and win an election and win 2-term in government in Jamaica. So they in turn want to use that psychological method of subduing Rasta.
Yes, sir.
In other words, this is their version of Selassie Rod. They have Selassie grandson and statue now as the labor right version of Selassie Rod.
Yes, sir.
And then the next thing them do now, them a draw back the wickedness what them a do a beat out the squatters and beating out the land hungry people. Them a use now, them a try use the PNP record of thieving a lot of land and thieving a lot of money in the Operation Pride and those kind of things. You remember?
Yeah, man.
Because the PNP have a very bad record there.
Yeah, man, and I really, but Jerry,
yeah.
Rasta supposed to know, say, in a them time, yeah, and the government know, say, in a them time, yeah, a Rasta supposed to free up the nation, and Rasta to know, say, at them the Jamaican people are look towards, and them to make one move and go beside them around them.
All right, you're quite. All right, you're quite. Yes, you're quite right, but because you have some Rasta, like all other group of people, you have some amongst Rasta, we like privilege and we like spotlight. So them using those psychology to subdue some so-called Rasta and make
Jerry,
Rasta.
remember, say.
All right, I forgot now. I really have forgot. Call me. No, hold on. Call.
The 200 bike, you know. Me and you talk
yes,
about
the
that
200.
last time, you know.
Yeah, so since the first.
Bike
Yes, okay, we have to come back tomorrow. Done. Pull the call. Because him not hear me. And I really can't spend no more time. But to make some vital point. Tomorrow. Call me tomorrow early. We have any more calling? All right, we must get on to the live chat now. I think we'll get an opportunity. All right, more live chat. Bob Cosmic says, straight up, that is from Midday. You know, it's how far we are behind. Over 1.5 hours. Not really behind, but we are in debt. Live chat debt. 1 or 1.5. Yes, all right, go and play for me. You'll find the David Ruffin about the statue. All right, go and play it for me because I have to find back. I have to find back this.
Somewhere that should be for all the world to see, a statue of a fool made of stone, an image of a man.
All right, give it to me.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, yeah. I just listened to a guy was talking to you a while ago for the police. According to the guy in St. Elizabeth.
No, you have to talk like a slow and talk clear, please. I'm hearing you.
The guy where just started up here.
Yes.
Was talking about police who are apprehending the guy in St. Elizabeth.
Yeah, talk slow. Apprehending the person in St. Elizabeth. Talk slow, please. Please talk slower.
Yeah, right. The police have many ways to counteract that guy without shooting him.
All right. No, you're agreeing with us that they have many ways to counteract. So therefore, hold on, please, sir. So the more important discussion is, why is it that them determined to shoot them and kill them? No, you're talking too fast, sir. I'm asking you to talk slower so that we can hear what you're saying.
Sometimes them follow them leader.
You're speeding up again, and I ask you over and over to talk slow and keep talking slow, please, sir.
The police, the government, the police, them too much authority over the really Jamaican people.
Yes.
Right? And through them get authority to do certain things. Maybe like them can do everything and get over it. Right now, I'm looking on this thing and then not serious.
Slow down back. Yeah, you look on it, what?
Once I look on it, I different with most people, them in serious trouble.
Yes.
If that family take up this, and I am.
Yes.
Them all right.
Yes.
Them all right.
Yes.
Because them have many ways of the guy market.
Yes.
And the pure man bad. you cannot charge before him go before the court. But the court make him one decision, and the court make a decision when he doesn't get bail and find himself a prison.
Not only that, it is very valuable when you hold wrongdoers, especially serious wrongdoers like this one, who it is suspected same kill about at least 4 people so far. Because when you hold wrongdoers and you have them there and you try them and you have them there for a life or a half-life, long before that you are going to find out so much about crime and about who them connected with. Them have so much information you can get from them. You're not supposed to kill them. It's better you have them and you're going to find out how for really you can use them and find out how you can really get the crime down more and more. But they are not interested in getting the crime down more and more. They're interested in killing out them enemies. So now, hold on. So when they kill guys like that now, and the public get used to police shooting people and kill them before them carry them in, when them ready to deal with them political enemies, they will be able to shoot them down same way and the public won't say nothing.
Yeah, true. Because you tell him, but me yesterday can knock my any man door, because you grow up kids, you grow up your son or your daughter good, And when you get busy, sometimes you have to know about the street, tell you your name to get involved in that thing,
All right, but thank you very much for this call. Try call me earlier in the program, we can talk longer. Here's a please, sir.
Yeah, man, thank you very much. Tomorrow.
All right, thank you. We have some live chat here. Yes, as I said, Bob Cosmic, this come from 12 o'clock. Him say it's 12 o'clock. And he says you're how far we are behind. Marva Valentine say, you are absolutely right, Bob Cosmic. While working as a nurse in Florida among some Indians, they showed prejudice. I used to tell them that the only difference between them and us is the hair. Annette Brown said, good afternoon, teacher. Kev Max say, individual and collective responsibility. If we want honest politics, we the people of Jamaica must participate in becoming honest politicians. Living Jamaicans say, irrespective, it is murder. Mr. Johnson said, Jerry, I think us as civilians are good citizens. The person was being restrained and he reeled off the handcuff and reached for the officer's weapon. If a person touch a firearm, it's an assault. It is an assault and they can subdue him without killing him. Don't try give me no excuse. Don't try give me no excuse. There's no excuse. They have been ordered to kill as much as possible. And it's because they have other reasons. There's other people they want to kill. Living Jamaicans say, exactly, it was premeditated murder. Let's get back to the phone. We have a call? Do we have a call?
Yes, Mela.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Welcome, Mela.
Go ahead, please.
I mean, one. Adanje.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, a serious thing you talk, man. Them could not do without and kill the man, brother. Yeah, man. Them kill the man violently. Yeah, but I don't really that my call.
Tell me what you call because we don't have much time. All right, tell me what you call about.
Yeah, may I tell about the wheelchair?
All right, look here. The wheelchair. All right, call us early. You can't be waiting until 5 minutes before the program talk. That's an important thing. Hold on, please, sir. Please call the program as early as possible tomorrow. Make we do you some justice. Yes, sir?
All right, madam.
All right, thank you very much.
Big up yourself.
More live chat. Live in Jamaica, and a lot of people are defending the police in this case. Very appalling. Big Truck said that caller who is leaving out the entire part of what was taking place in the video. The same reason why the justice system doesn't work for them. You got to explain the entire evidence. Ipong died say they wanted man is foolishness. Alan Michelle say more life. Bobby say Bongo the way you speak on the killing of the unruly boy in St. Elizabeth. This is why I choose to listen to you and Muta and Kawo. Speak justice, not partial. Delroy Graham say upfulness to ones and all in the reasoning. Delroy Graham said, didn't they say he say that they have to kill him? Whose family and friends did he make to mourn? Oh, Bob Cosmic said Delroy Graham had skull. He could be alive today, but his reaction to their action causes demise. Kevin Brown said, wasn't that youth on social media drinking and waving a strap within plain eyesight? Bob Cosmic said, Kean Brown, him said one. All right. So that is it. We have enough time to play a piece of music. But give me the music paper, please. All right. We never get to play much. I just start your music, but still. The numbers are 619 1508, 619 1508, 279 8473, 279 8473. Let's hear from Bob Marley. Zimbabwe. Huh?
Every man got the right to decide his own destiny. And in this judgment there is no partiality. So arm in arms with arms, we'll fight this little struggle. 'Cause that's the only way we can overcome a little trouble. Brother, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're so right. We gon' fight, we'll have to fight, we gonna fight, fight for all right. Zimbabwe, mash it up in a Zimbabwe. Africans are liberate. Zimbabwe, no more internal and what forward struggle. Revelation reveals what is true. Revelation. It takes a revolution to make a solution. Too much confusion, so much frustration. Yeah. I don't wanna live in the park. Can't trust no shadows after dark. So my friend, I wish that you could see, like a bird in the tree, the prisoners must be free, yeah. Never make a politician grant you have favor. They will always want to control you forever. Yeah. So if a fire make it burn, and if a blood make it run, yeah. Rasta de Banta, can't you see? So you can predict the flop. Yeah. Got the lightning, thunder, brimstone, and fire, lightning, thunder, brimstone.
Statements which are expressed in the just concluded program are not necessarily the views of the management and board of Best 100 FM.
Crank it up. You got your